Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Shadows of the Last War, episode number 4. Man, feels good. Feels good. It's been a little while. How are we doing, everybody?
Sleepy.
Sleepy, I bet.
That's more important. That's the other one is better.
Yeah. It's been a
also
few weeks.
sleepy.
It's been a few weeks.
Yes.
Yeah. Like 8 of them, 7 or 8 of them, something to that degree. But that's okay. We're back. We're back in the saddle, and we man, it feels good. I've missed so many of your faces, and I haven't had a chance to kind of talk to, well, I mean, most of you. I mean, there's been some intermittent stuff, right? Did some things with Trace in Vampire, but man, it's.
And we hung out in person.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. We did. We were at the wedding. Yeah,
yes.
that was.
Yes.
It's lovely. It's good. It's good to be back.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And happy to be here. So, man. Let's talk about what happened last time we played. Yeah, I think we should.
Well, Maggie,
We went to
you're gonna have
Mulgrave
be-
University.
You did go to Moorgrave, yes.
And we chatted with Domina Dean, is that what it is?
Domina, the dean
Domina.
of
Domina
Moorgrave
Dean.
University, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, Domina's not a mean person.
We're just not acknowledging that at all. All right.
Just skipping it.
Anyway.
But what's going on? What happened last? I know that it's typically the ladies here would kind of run away with this, and I'm happy for it. So please give us the Tracy and Maggie tinted version of what occurred last time.
Yes, Maggie, you'll have to start us because so last season I decided to switch from digital notes. Like I used to just use a Google Doc, and I was like, I tend to pay more attention when I like take physical notes. So I was like, oh, I'll use my notebook, and I can't find the notebook that I used. I'm gonna have to watch the VODs and see if I can see what notebook I used.
Oh no.
So I have notes from season 1. And I'm like, where the frick are my other
You
notes?
have moved around too, so I'm sure.
Yes,
yeah, it's also rough.
It's chaos right now as we return. So Maggie,
May want to check for goblins.
yeah, you'll have
We
to
got
start.
to describe her office as a group, so we all got to kind of like give kind of cool magical
It
bits
was
to it, which
fun.
was really fun. And basically we found out that 20 years ago, which Cain can't remember, there was like some weird stuff that went down with
Yeah.
some dragon shards.
Yeah.
I did self-experimentation on myself, like, apparently with, like a specific dragon shard that she had on hand at the time.
See,
They found a green one, I think, was it, which is different.
correct. It was green with golden flecks, which is unlike any previously discovered. What else do we know about it?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I wanted to touch it.
Cain
You
went
did.
mad because of it.
Yeah.
I really wanted to touch
And
it. I got
about-
upset.
Half a month ago, the shard started like reacting, and she could feel it like doing something, and she thought maybe Cain was coming back.
Yeah, she
Drawn
had some
back.
reasons to believe. The meeting went a little wildly so. Cain walked in, and upon meeting Domina, the matron, the dean of the university, she asked what you were aware of, or what Cain had explained, and Cain immediately went into accusing her of stealing his life's work,
Yes.
which
Yes.
you found out that may have been at least slightly true, with an exception of the fact that Domina was his partner in more than just work. They were
Bow chicka bow
romantic.
wow.
They were romantic partners.
Mm-hmm.
But she revealed that, courtesy of the events that occurred at the university in their studies, Cain went mad and fled.
Well, we got to hear him
Yes.
go a little bit more bonkers because whilst we were seeing this whole situation, his blood vessels started popping and stuff, and he started hearing the houses will fall. And like later he
Right.
heard like a whole thing, but this was at the beginning. We're not there yet.
Correct. Wind it back. Like let's hit more about it. So, Domina did in fact encourage Cain to live test, didn't realize that Cain was going to live test on himself.
Yeah.
Correct. That didn't go stellarly. That was not a smooth experience for him, which is why he started hearing things. He started seeing things, and it just kind of kept getting worse and worse. Which is why we're here. We're here now. It's 20 years later, and it's more than just the death of Samuel Geldum, his previous apprentice, someone that was working and studying some of this very same materials, with an exception to the Dragon Shard. What else do we know?
About dragon shards, or?
Sure, hit me with some of the quick and dirty of Dragon Shards.
Yeah. Well, dragon shards they're like magical rocks.
Yep.
They're houses buy them at super high prices because they power things. They're like little, batteries. And then House Orion specifically uses them to bind elementals to train them to do things.
Yeah, they do. They do, in fact. Nobody actually knows.
So that's what we found.
Right. Nobody knows the limitations and the diversity of the Dragon Shards themselves. They've just discovered some of the things, the properties that they're capable of, which is sort of cool. This is the one, though, that sort of broke the mold. It didn't fit any of the parameters previously discovered, and it made for an interesting scientific opportunity. Yeah, things didn't work out. Yes, Domina found an opportunity to rise, following Cain's rise to madness. Yeah, she took advantage of the work that was there. But be honest, would anybody see the opportunity if someone said, here's a promotion? You've done the legwork. Would you just let it fall to the wayside?
Not giving dome to the headmaster, okay?
Well, I mean, she's not exactly asking for a lot, right? What was her big ask of the group?
You specifically said that we had the feeling she was hiding something and didn't tell us everything.
You had that specific feeling, yes.
Oh, I did then, yes.
The others did not roll quite as well as you, but you also have personal grievances with her, so there's anticipatory intentions, right? So
She also got de-aged.
she did.
Yeah, by like 10 years.
She did, and she has no immediate understanding as to why that is, but nothing like that had happened until the return of Cain Carpenter. And now you have in your possession a torso-sized dragon shard, the likes of which can't be really described, courtesy of the fact that it's never been seen before. Nobody knows what it's capable of, but it's hurting you. It's commanding you to do things.
Seems
My
fine.
friend. It's in my
fine.
bag.
It's in a bag, yeah. It's in a
We'll
bag.
put it in a bag.
Fine.
Easy
Oh yeah, we
place to
have
store
a
it.
we have a big ass bag of holding.
Yeah, you
It'll
do.
make a good stool
Haversack.
around the
there you
campfire.
You began hearing a series of voices, the first of which made a declaration. Do you remember what that was? Maggie, you kind of touched on this.
Yeah, it was the houses will fall when you connect them. Kyber's daughter awaits.
Yeah. Kyber's daughter awaits, correct. The first message that came through suggested something to the effect of the rise of aberrant marks will mark the end of all houses. They will fall. Does anybody know what that means? Does anybody know what an aberrant mark is? Or at least can you remember? Did anyone know what a dragon mark is?
That's when that's when somebody that has a mark and somebody who doesn't make babies.
Close. It's when someone with a dragon mark mates with someone that has a different dragon mark.
Okay.
They make
have to both.
an aberrant mark, which it sort of breaks from the continuity of the prophecy. Dragon marks are what is latently recollected as, in recent years, as it is draconic prophecy manifest on humanity's skin, and humanity can tap into it to grant abilities.
So my question is,
another.
Sarah, do you have a dragon mark that we're not aware of?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, any tribal tattoos?
Any tattoos that we're not aware of?
In
Think you're gonna have to
university,
derobe.
I got one weird tattoo. I had a moment, where I. But no,
We're gonna
I
need to
have-
see that.
I have no aberrant marks.
No, I wasn't thinking Eberron.
Just a regular one.
I've got a tramp stamp. Does that count?
I was thinking Hal and Sarah were making a little
right, 'cause-
aberrant baby.
Because he has, his house
Yeah.
mark. Yeah. Nope, I have nothing.
Okay.
That's she's saying.
Aberrant marks are against the law. People with aberrant marks are detained and oftentimes destroyed. They're very particular about their lingo. It's not an execution. It is destruction. What has been seen of aberrant marks in the past have oftentimes led to catastrophic events. So they are destroyed.
Okay, I was gonna ask, what's the deal with okay, so they just make catastrophic things happen.
Yeah, it's because dragon marks have a limitation. Think like in a video game where you have spells and you have a mana pool, right? You cast spells until your mana pool is gone, or until your spell count is gone for the day. Aberrant marks are sort of limitless energy, but it's like a chaotic, hazardous energy, and it's not sure how it manifests, and it sort of changes. It doesn't abide by the natural laws of draconic prophecy. So, and more often than not, it drives the user mad. So that's the thing about aberrant marks. Ivan found out some interesting information. Several bits of interesting information. You discovered that Domina was well aware of your position in society, was aware who your father was, and you discovered his involvement with the dissolution and dissolving of Sharn Community Alchemy Moguls. And you said yourself that you felt as if your father was oppressing you, which that's kind of a big deal. But Domina wanted to make it up to you, since it is just that, it's a big deal. All of the money that was funneled into your cost of room and board would be refunded and given right back to you, which sort of made things a little less sour, but still didn't change the fact that your dad is still kind of controlling your life. You have no idea how much that amount of money is. I don't really think your character cares too much about the money. It has a lot more to do with the point. But you were also promised that if you saw to the successes of Cain Carpenter, that you would be given eternal and promised property, a room at Morgrave University that was guaranteed to be more lush than any dorm room that you had previously. That was huge. That I specifically recall and remembered after watching again today that it was very promising for Ivan specifically. What are your feelings on the matter?
It's giving me a little bit of motivation, but I'm always questioning whether my father has something to do with it.
Yeah, that's So is it so far-fetched to assume that Richard Freely is pulling the strings and covering the cost of said room?
In my head right now, Richard Freely is running the entire fucking planet.
Yeah, okay.
Like, I don't know what is real and what isn't. Like, I don't know if the people that are in my group with me are actually just pawns of him or not.
How many hours are we in that I just now got the dick joke?
Oh, you.
What's
wow.
Can we get a timestamp on just now getting that one?
That would be 10 episodes
That's funny.
at roughly 3 to 3.5 hours apiece.
I'm pretty quick.
Wow.
Richard Bartholomew Freely. Yeah. Place it as you
Hey,
will.
Bub, did that send audio by chance? Did you get a weird Did you hear anything weird from me, or is it still just my mic?
I don't hear. I hear you.
Okay. You would have noticed DJ Khaled if it was coming through. So I was just making sure
Familiar.
that my alerts weren't coming through.
Yeah, very, very familiar. Yeah, no, makes sense. Okay, so that's fair. It seems it's at least positive that you feel like you have something going for you, but you're still uncertain if the puppeteer is still pulling the strings or if it's something that is yours. And it makes sense to
Kind of want to
have
kill him.
those
Let's
fair.
go.
That's
I can help with
somewhat
that.
fair. I mean, like
I'm
fucking
feeling
help.
so trapped that, like, the way out could be his death, and then I know that people aren't pulling the strings anymore.
sure.
You know, I feel like I'm, if you will, a rubber room with rats, and the
Then
rats
you can
make me
take
crazy.
over the family
Yeah.
business.
Do you think a confrontation is coming?
I hope so.
You hope so? Okay. All right. I like that. Hello, everybody. Welcome in, guys.
Like, I
Happy
can
to
make
have
that happen.
you. I am the great
Write that down. Write that
facilitator.
down.
Anju,
Hi.
you had some of your own revelations.
Yeah.
Let's talk about those for a second. What can you recall?
Well, I asked Domina about because I was given like a letter or something that has an emblem on it.
Yep.
And I kind of pulled her aside at one point because she seemed smart. And I was like, "Hey, smart lady, what's this mean?" And she basically said, "Don't pull that thread, boy." And I was like, "Oh, scary." But I learned that the lantern emblem on the letter that I was given, because it took me forever to find any information. The guy who gave it to me had clearly been punished. He had his tongue cut out. Very cool, normal stuff. Looking for my grandfather, the Black Cat.
Yeah.
Who I presume dead until the last series. But I learned that the emblem is of the Dark Lanterns of the King. They're basically like the secret police. They're a federal agency in Eberron.
Yeah.
And I was told to. She was very tight-lipped about it, and she was also kind of sizing me up like, you're not gonna, like
You
she didn't have very much confidence in my ability to pull on that thread and survive, I think is kind of the implication.
Yeah.
But my granddaddy issues know no bounds. So we'll see what Anju decides.
Yeah. And I'm starting to see everybody has this is the great thing about tabletop games, right? Is like everybody has some things in their past that are sort of coming to light, and it's building authenticity with the individual. I mean, Scout's entire goal is to basically fetch for the creator, with the added exception that if Scout does well, Scout gets gifts. Whatever that gift may be, we're still unsure, but Scout delivered as per request and was told, you didn't do well enough. Do better or I will remove your memory module. So that's spooky. Sera is going not against her oaths, but against the church, and she's mingling with an assassin. That is a forlorn relationship destined for a series of decades of therapy, if I've ever heard one. But they're still trying. Yeah.
Yeah.
We just bore witness to Cain's experiences. He just confronted some of his past, and that went smoothly. Yeah, like gravel. It was excellent. Ivan's similar, and as with Anju. So I'm sort of happy to see these continue to play out. But the session didn't end with that. Ivan, you wanted to...
Got a little weird.
Yeah, it did.
It got beyond a little weird.
It was just a skosh
Hal.
strange.
Hal stepped away.
Yeah. He pulled Sera away. Scout looming in the corner, listening. I think Scout was eavesdropping on the whole conversation, but that is beside the point.
There might be a reason.
Hal was like, I must leave and return to the land of my people, the assassins. Because, yes, because he really can't be away from there for that long, essentially. And I believe he had reasons for needing to go back.
Yeah, they were killing him.
They were gonna kill him if he stayed away.
Yeah, like they were starting.
There's still a chance.
He said, that fever that I had, it wasn't from sickness. It was from my mark. They were
right.
They can inflict harm upon him through his dragon mark.
Yeah.
And his dagger was missing.
Yeah.
Not the ankle bracelet, bro.
Yeah, dude. It's
Yeah.
it's just like that. Yeah.
Basically,
And he was like, I gotta go find my dagger. Like, if I don't have my dagger,
he's in trouble.
I'm in trouble. And then he
Yeah.
gave you his quick pass back to the house.
Yes.
So
he did.
yeah, Not that I feel like you would ever want to immediately use that, but Hal finally, and with the utmost of clarity, announced his position on your relationship. He said he loves you.
Yeah. He doesn't want to just leave, and he's trying to figure it out, and that's all Sera needs, honestly. And we're gonna. It's not over, even though he's left. But yeah, Sera has this now, this trinket from him.
Yes.
It was a small. Oh my gosh, I didn't put what.
It's a small gemstone with small black cat with 2 tails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, so cute.
It's a sending stone, basically.
Yeah.
Like thing.
And essentially, yes, this would take myself and whomever I'm touching, I believe, back to his homeland. If I ever felt the need to do so, but I think he made it clear, and Sera understands absolutely that this is not something just to use at any moment. Like, this is like a desperate situation kind of thing if I need to use it.
This is his bus pass to House Thorani.
Yeah.
So he can evacuate quickly. He can flee at a moment's notice. It's literally a portal stone that's anchored to House Thorani. So if you take that bus pass, you will find yourself at the welcome home sign of the House Thorani. A house of assassins. That's not gonna go smoothly.
They probably wouldn't be very welcoming.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. Let's hope you don't have to need it, but you know,
But you
we'll
never
see.
know.
Anything else that we may have missed?
Beyond that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. There's a big one.
something. What was it?
Rendell, the Warforged mechanic,
Right.
is freaking petrified.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did write that.
Or I just, having watched the episode and replaying certain, Rendell!
God, I forgot. That wasn't even the crazy shit I was thinking of. There was a lot of crazy shit. I forgot about the fucking wild magic. God damn.
Yeah.
What were you thinking about?
I was thinking about what happened with Cobalt.
Oh, we talked about that. You mean when he was like hearing voices and stuff?
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
my eyes glazed over.
Domina de-aged. It was
ADHD.
10 years of gain. It's not even loss, of gain. So she de-aged in front of you, which she was very happy about.
Yeah, I bet.
She passed this off under the agreement that you guys fuck off, but you help Cain understand this stone. Help him understand the stone. And Ivan's going to net a fair amount out of it. At least it's what he believes right now. Who knows how well that's going to go. But yes, it's not gone smoothly since it's been on his person. It ended with the meet of Rendell, and Rendell agreed at a very steep cost of 3 gold that he would sell you these light orbs. And everyone proceeded to laugh at the idea that 3 gold was expensive, because that's how much money you have now currently. But it's a lot for him. As a poor guy, that's a lot.
Yeah.
Ivan offered 5. Cain was once then beckoned by the dragon shard to draw from its well of magic and cast a spell that turned Rendell into stone. It was petrified. That's how the session ended.
What was I trying to do?
You would succeed on a will save.
Don't know what you're
You were,
trying to
Oh.
you were trying to entertain the people.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
you against your greater will, you were casting a spell, and lo and behold, poor Rendell.
Look how strong I am.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
Yes.
He's fine.
Yeah. And we were at the orrery. Is that where we?
That was Domina's office.
Orrery
Okay.
was where her office was. Yeah,
Correct.
that
Okay,
had
and
like a
where-
whole thing in there with
And
like
we-
a bunch of stones.
Went somewhere else. We were at a different, where all the ladder stuff was taking place. Was not in her.
Correct. With Rendell, you actually went to his workshop. You went down
Okay.
into Bazaar, and
Right.
you found Rendell's workshop, which is
Okay.
basically a glorified closet. But it was nearly destroyed as Ivan started to change, but Scout
Oh
rotated.
yeah, he was changing into Big
rotated the orb. other things to note, I think you agreed to pay off some of the debt of Miriam Pinebridge to rebuild the tavern.
We did, yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
Idio took the money to Miriam.
Correct. And
200 gold.
it was 200 gold, yes. And Idio is now gone. He has fled the area. No idea if you guys are ever going to see Idio again, but we shall see.
Maybe he took the 200 gold and did not give
And
it to
just
Miriam.
left. Yeah.
No.
I mean, it could happen, right? That's not really in his purview, but hey, it could happen. Other things to note, like I said, Scout attempted to heal on Cain, and the magic failed, and it started to scorch his person. It did eat one of Scout's spell slots. Additionally, and I love it every time he does it,
I don't know if it does anything, but I might as well do it. I don't know.
Ivan used his scarf, and for some reason I made this note because it's great. It's with the strength of a boa. Let's a goa.
Oh yeah, that's what he says whenever he uses it.
Yep. Yes.
No notes.
It's pretty fantastic. So, couple of remaining questions, and this is mostly like hyperbole here. I want your ideas as players, not as your characters. What is Domina's game? What is she at? What is the purpose of this?
I think she just hit a wall on the research and knows that I'm connected to it and wants to go down the rest of the rabbit hole and see where it takes it, like from a scientific perspective, probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
My
and she
guess is
doesn't
that it's been
seem-
dormant. Like the stone hasn't been doing anything, and now that it's activated again, she's like wants to figure out what's happening with it.
And she sure seems to be prioritizing that potential knowledge over the safety of
Of Cain.
Of Cain.
Cain.
Sure.
Really,
She's
probably
like-
anybody. Yeah.
I mean, wasn't she literally like, yeah, you just touch it. What do you think? What do you think? Like,
I mean,
Yeah,
she
get in
has an
there.
orrery
Take
of a
it.
bunch of stones. What is she planning with all of that stuff?
Yeah.
He's researching.
She has like
You
a
know?
galaxy of dragon
she-
stones.
I mean, with all this, with all this coming war and like the houses will fall business, and these things being so powerful in terms of like energy source, like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's, smelling a little blood in the water, going for a little warlord type deal, or even just trying to protect herself from the coming chaos.
What do you think
If she can
it means
figure that shit out, then
now, right? Considering now, Cain, how old are you, Cain?
Oh, let me look at my character sheet. Actually,
I know that you were pretty old.
I'm like 45. Yeah.
I thought you were old. Oh, that's right. You were not quite geriatric.
Nope. I don't look great.
You don't look great. It's from
But-
years of malnutrition.
Yeah. And
But-
no sunlight, vitamin D, deficiency.
That'll do it to you. So Domina was relatively close in age, and she just de-aged. The next point of egress for her, for Climb, is potentially being the owner of Morgrave University. No longer just acting dean, but owner. So what value is that of owning? It just means you've bought more responsibilities, but who knows, right? I don't know. Maybe there is more of a power play there, but I just wanted to deposit that
I
idea.
think it's a knowledge play.
Okay, I like that. That feels much more likely given that she was a functioning scientist at the college. All right.
She does. She does.
But
seem
everybody
like a
agrees
knowledge.
it's not because she likes Cain.
No.
I think. I think
There's some
she doesn't-
embittered feelings there, man.
Yeah. There's.
I feel
probably
like
still something there for Cain, but not like. I think she'll pick knowledge over Cain.
Sure.
But she.
it kind of feels like tit for tat. It sounds like Cain prioritized researching at his own peril and
True.
left her alone, and she's like, well, fuck it, like, fine, that's
Yeah.
the way you want to do
You
it.
don't know
she's
me.
like- I'm guessing, but maybe you both value knowledge over.
I think we all just want there to be a love
Self-preservation.
story there.
Well, Sera definitely
Sarah
does.
I-
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was just a
I-
chemical reaction in your body.
I'm definitely interested in the possible resource
is.
control warlord angle. Because that thing could be, who knows how powerful that thing could be, and if she's
Sure.
able to. Yeah, I don't know.
Cool. I like that. Those
She's got a lot
not
of them
bad
already.
ideas. It's not bad ideas so far. And my last
A lot
question
of energy cards.
that I wanted to put out there
Oh,
was,
what's that?
what is Cain's vision? What is this vision? This voice? What do we think that is?
I think it's a dragon. Or
Yeah.
I think it's some dragon that's either spirit or maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if it's a different plane. I don't know if it's like a sleeping dragon,
Sure.
like projecting itself. I don't know what's going on there, but I think it's a dragon
Okay.
for sure. But it's a
Right.
dragon shard.
It's a dragon.
And
Yeah, it's a dragon shard. Safe bet.
We had all the different glowing eyes and the different types of dragons. So
Right.
yeah.
All right. Who is the daughter of Kyber?
No idea.
I love it.
Maybe somebody from a house or
Yeah.
something. Oh wait, Kyber. Isn't Kyber the big world, one of the big world dragons?
It's one of your progenitor dragons. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe Tiamat. I don't know.
Kyber.
No, it's always Tiamat, isn't it? Like Tiamat's always the baddie.
So
in
Kyber
Dragon World.
is the dragon sibling that killed Sybaris, which is what basically started creating the fall of dragon shards. Sybaris' body in space created the rings around the planet, and thus we have our dragon fall, which brings about all these dragon shards striking the earth. Eberron was one of the dragons. It was the eldest and buried Kyber around or under itself, creating this. I don't want to say like nether dark, but it's something the equivalent there and of. It's basically the birthplace of malice, of evil, which is why we have so many dark and spooky things that kind of come from.
Well,
below the
Saber
earth.
was talking about Kyber as well.
What did Saber say about Kyber?
I can't remember. I think that his brother didn't want to like do what Kyber wanted him to do or something.
And
Get off
just
with his head.
yeah, just to touch base, bringing it all the way back. What is the current mission?
For what?
Go to
Overall.
that place.
Go to a
That
place.
Very dangerous.
Travel to
Um,
Sire, find the workshop, and recover the schema.
Yes,
Yes.
I did it.
you did. You did.
Yeah.
You did, in fact. Yeah. So that is your overarching goal. That is your job. Everything else is just kind of shit that you're handling in between.
Yeah. That place is very dangerous to get to, and I think only Scout can get there.
Yeah. Okay.
We're getting the thing that we failed to get in the first
Yeah.
place.
Yep.
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah. The Mournlands.
We could probably kick the can down the road one more time. It's fine.
Okay. All right. So
It's not like an impending war or anything.
that's everything that I had from last session. That is everything that I had in regards to positing ideas. Let's set the scene, bring it back in, draw our lights in on this experience, and kick it back off right where we left off. You find yourself huddled into the small shop, this closet of Rendell. Rendell's workshop. He, for all intents and purposes, feels as if he is an ally to Warforged. He's had a series of questions without really reporting any of the things that probably should be reported. Scout, you've found yourself in somewhat brilliant company. Not only has he not asked questions and not even remotely touched on the fact that you have an extreme lack of a maker's mark. The last few minutes as they pass by before you, before he was this petrified figure, his hands ran down the back of your head and across your shoulders, and you felt heat. You felt human warmth, and you've only felt that one other time. When Lady Eladrin ran her hand over your head, you felt that
Lady
heat.
E.
Yeah. But now before you, Rendell has backed onto the corner because he had no idea what spell was being muttered from the lips of Cain, and as Cain finished his incantation, there he stood, a figure of stone. The curtains are still drawn. Scout's hand still continues to rotate the light orb, so Ivan still remains in his human form. Though he is shirtless. There he is. Sera,
No one's complaining.
you just witnessed this. Anju, what do? You hear the sounds, the mutterances of passers-by, but no one is saying or doing anything because the curtain has been drawn just enough. Floor is yours.
I'm gonna go over to him and like with a single claw extended, just kind of like just to make totally sure he's completely made of stone.
Solid.
Cain, is that what you did you mean to do that? That was planned, right? You're gonna turn him back?
Feel great.
Okay.
Of course you don't.
This
Um,
is.
I don't
we just
have
kill this
that
guy?
spell in my book.
I don't think he's dead. But
Looks kind of dead.
yes,
Can rocks be alive?
I think there's a way to revert this.
Say
But
the spell
it's-
backwards.
Genius.
Can I analyze what he's made out of? Like, have I seen this before?
Sure, petrification is not completely unknown. You, for all intents and purposes, if you wish to analyze, it might mean that you sort of scrape some off the top, which may harm him. You're not certain.
No, I just want to like logically understand what is happening right now.
Yeah, he is as dense and as turgid as the stone slab beneath you.
Okay. We have to find a way to help him and fix this. And we have to find a way to stop Cain from doing that because first he blew up Miriam's tavern, and now
Oh yeah.
yes, and now he's
Little
turned
hell portal thing.
yes.
Fine, I don't need any of you. I can do this myself.
Nah, it doesn't seem
No.
like you can, bud. I'm gonna be
No.
honest with you.
I agree with Anju. I think you do need help.
You should
actually.
love
put
you
a
very much.
sheet over him and leave the city immediately.
You really don't like righting your wrongs, do you?
He likes
We cannot-
writing.
We
He
need
likes writing
basilisk
them out.
Juice.
We cannot run away from problems. Actually, you might
I
be
mean,
on
we
the right
could.
track there, Cain.
Wait, did we get what we needed from this guy? I can't remember.
Yes. Well, we can take it.
There you go.
Oh my god.
He's made the orbs.
He made
was
the
just-
thing.
There
Well,
are a
he
few
has
of them.
like some left over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't get to explain how to swap out the reagents inside. He explained to you that they're fragile and that he only has a few. After rifling through his belongings, you discover that there are 5. They only last a few hours, and if you stop rotating them, the light stops after about 45 seconds.
Yeah, Anju's gonna just grab him and start putting him in the bag and just be like, "There is another way. We
just
can
You're
come
cool
back
with just killing a random innocent man. Seriously.
we
Is
can
this
come
what we've
back
come to?
later. We can come back later."
Add it to the fucking to-do list of mistakes, and every single couple hours, Cain's gonna make another one because he's sick with magic apparently, and he's gonna kill somebody else, and we're just gonna say, oh, make a checklist of all the things we need to do.
Well, we will right these wrongs.
That's cool with you, Sarah. The one of righteousness. It's cool with you to.
It's not cool with me, no. But it's not something we can immediately fix, but we do need to fix it. I am with you,
Right.
Cain.
Definitely, for sure, definitely gonna come back and fix it. We're all in agreement.
That doesn't sound like conviction, Anju.
Can I roll for that?
Am I the only one
roll
with
a
a
bluff?
conscience that has a little
If
bit
you
of
want to
weight
bluff,
on
go
it?
for it. Bluff.
No, I too have a conscience.
Sarah,
I'm
if you'd
genuine.
like to, you have one lucky roll currently. If you are satisfied with an 8,
Yeah.
Nah, we'll let it lie.
okay, all right. Let's see,
My
Sarah. Give
shifty
me a
eyes were a bit
give me
too
a
shifty,
sense
it
motive.
seems.
Yeah. Let's.
Oh, close.
Just barely.
Sarah. It almost slipped by you, but at this point, you have learned the cut of his jib.
Yes. Anju.
Look, the longer we
and-
stay here, the longer the closer the fuzz gets, as far as I'm concerned. This is. I don't want this pinned on us, us.
Well,
The fuzz is worried about the fuzz, huh?
Is
We
there
we will
Hilarious.
fix this. We will.
Is there
fix
a way
this.
I could know if there was a local shop that sells reagents to fix him? Maybe like a panacea or.
Maybe if we just dump a bunch of water on him.
Theoretically, yeah, you could probably find, it'd be exceptional right now. One of the leaders at the Sharn Alchemy Moguls, someone who has experience running reagents, unless you wanted to find someone a bit closer in holistics and less snake oil sales. You could find an apothecary, or,
Yeah, I want an apothecary.
given the nature of events, you might need to find someone a bit closer to the divine.
I'm like rifling through the bag. We've got. I think you got some holy water in here. Is that anything?
No, holy water will defend against undead or things from down below.
Demons. You mean like Cain? Splash them on him.
No.
I am very
But
hurt.
I think you're on the right track. I think we need help from not from the things of alchemical, but the things of the divine, from the gods. Not science. We need religion. That's what Sarah's saying right now. We need divine intervention to help. I will. How about this?
We need some rope to tie Cain's hands behind his back.
I don't think we need to resort to that. But we
Probably need to cut out my tongue as well.
Scout, can I
I'll
get a
do it.
perception, please?
All right.
It's pretty good.
15.
Scout, you overhear the footfalls of an individual approaching from outside. I would say that it's something to ignore, except for the fact that you're hearing the sounds of metal on stone.
Oh.
Okay.
From outside the curtain, everyone overhears,
Randall. Randall, I am here for appointment.
Fuck. Shit.
All right. Who's got it? What did he sound like? Who's got a good Rendell impression?
I got this.
Yeah.
I have a bit of a bug. Can we maybe reschedule?
Can I get
Please roll for this.
Are you Let's see.
He's
Would you like to
bluffing.
perform this? Cuz this
Yeah,
sounds give me a
absolutely.
performance. Shh. I'll give me a bluff. This is a
27.
You get a huge bonus on this.
27? Double 27.
I
Double
never
header.
doubted you for a second, my old friend.
Randall, are you unwell? I can bring something.
Oh, my friend Stephanie has already brought me soup. I just need some rest.
When shall I return, Randall?
1 week's time sound good?
1 week is very long. You promised to reattach my arm.
come back in 2 days in the morning. I might have an opening.
Thank you. Very well, Rendell.
You're welcome.
You overhear the sounds of the feet turn as the mechanical pads blast against the floor.
Is he gone?
Do you look out the curtain?
Imagine what I can do with my shirt on.
Well, that bought time for now, but he's going to
I'm
return.
going to leave now.
If you leave, I'm going to put a dagger in your head. We need to solve this.
Then you
Rendell's a
wouldn't
good
get
man.
to keep your room.
We already have a solution. The solution is we'll deal with it later. I'm with Cain. Let's go.
I bought us 2 days.
Ivan, if you lick the statue from top to bottom, it'll fix him.
No, yeah, do that.
What is our
Needs
next?
a little moisture.
What was our next step?
You were saying
Enlightenment.
religion.
Yeah, well, yes, no. I'm at the next step in our task. I am going to take care of this. I'm saying perhaps we can multitask here. I will try to solve this problem of Rendell being turned to stone.
Did anyone see who did that?
Didn't
Who-
anyone see who
Who are you asking?
to turned him to stone? You?
It was the dragon stone
Oh,
shard.
But
the shard.
Yeah,
that's in the bag.
in my mind.
Cain,
It's true. I
I
mean,
saw you cast the spell. It was you, Cain.
Would you like to check my spell book?
Have you, Cain? This
Yeah.
is an important question. You said you were in a relationship with Domina, correct?
No longer.
You were
Clearly.
past tense.
you don't have to clarify that.
Were you guys kinky?
We never incorporated dragon shards in our lovemaking, if that's what
No,
you
I'm
ask.
saying, what if we got you a ball gag?
oh,
What is a ball gag?
Something to prevent you from being able to cast more spells.
I like magic.
Spells that
We
require
know you
vocal
do, buddy.
components.
I have a theory. I have a running theory. I'd like to test this theory. Seems that you're casting spells every so often, right? What if they're on a timer of some
What?
sort?
like your condition.
Like my condition, but
Nothing wrong with me.
what if they're like, how do I explain this? What if they're like people waiting in a line to get into a building? They show up once every 5 minutes, but if you don't let them in, they build
They
a
get-
queue. So if we can keep him from casting spells and then aim him at a wrong bad person, and he goes nuts.
Like the Warforged in the tavern.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, there was
Permanently
the whole-
enlarged one.
There was like the whole opening a portal to a different dimension and like the hell beasts and the like we
It's-
almost got sucked in also thing.
It's
It
too
seems
dangerous. Yes.
seems
Remember the aiming.
totally
part.
I said I'd go
Unruly.
alone. I don't even need your help. I've got what I want.
Don't threaten me with a good time, old man.
Whatever.
Well,
this
perhaps your
whatever-
father could provide this ball gag you speak of.
Ayo.
It's a fair one. That's a fair one. That one's pretty good. Sarah, I trust
toss
you.
a coin to your wizard for that one.
I trust you with solving this. You're about the
Yes.
only person in this group that I trust at this point, other than the one that literally can't lie.
I'm offended.
I almost think maybe taking Cain to the church as well. Perhaps they might be able to help him restore his mind.
Put a band-aid on the problem.
Yes.
I'll not have dealings with those religious fanatics, zealots.
They are around to help people.
They will extort you for every gold piece just to put a band-aid on your wound.
No, they're not there to extort you. They're there to help, and you need help.
You
She
need
became
help.
stronger than you from the church.
We all need help, really. But your situation is more dire than all of ours because we can't control when these random moments happen, whatever the dragon shard is doing to you. So perhaps the church can help.
I just need some time alone with it to study it.
Sera, if he won't go willingly,
I knocked him out once. You want me to do it again?
Oh,
You want to go? I'll fight all of you.
I'm like, I'll like look at Sera and like gesture to like all of the random shit I have that could restrain this old man. Just like
She, Cain, please don't make this difficult. Just come with me. You don't have to pay any money.
I'll take all of your money before you go. Keep it safe.
How will I feed Squeaks?
You feed him gold?
The gold provides the sustenance.
Squeak's not capable of finding a fucking bug in a city?
Bugs are like eating cereal, whereas fruit is like a fine steak.
How does that make any sense? Fruit is full of sugar. Sugar is bad. You're a bad father. Sorry.
I talked to Squeaks about it.
Squeaks will be fine. Just come with me. We'll get this.
I ever tell you the story of Squeaks?
Oh, here we go.
His mother was the most vicious bat, taunted me day and night in the cave, never let me get any slumber. For years we battled, me versus this winged devil, until one day I finally conquered the beast, only to find an abandoned little bat. And
Abandoned.
as soon as I saw it, warmed my heart, and I knew that it would be under my care, and I would foster it, and grow it into a strong companion.
Abandoned is such an interesting word when you murdered his mother.
It was a misunderstanding.
You know what?
That is a heartwarming story.
We're all fucking charmed.
So wait,
I'm
what
sure.
you're telling me is Squeaks hasn't been baptized yet. You need to go to the church, man.
Can I like grab like just a raisin out of our trail rations for free? Is that allowed? And I'm gonna try to get Squeaks to like come over to me and just nibble, and I'm just taking him. I'm just trying to lure him
Touch
over.
him.
I mean, you can try. Give me a handle animal.
Okie dokie.
Aren't raisins poisonous
Not good.
to
It's
most
not
animals?
looking good.
What if he's an animal? Does he get bonuses for handling other animals?
An animal handle animal. Yeah, that's the old animal handle animal. That's
Did you just stroke out? Holy shit.
I know a lot about this game.
An anemone.
Hold on. I'm just
It's
quickly
handle
looking
animal.
at-
It's underfly. Above.
yeah,
tail.
I'm taking a look at any funny things that I might have.
Animal
Hannibal aminal. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Oh,
16.
Not bad.
It's not horrible.
Not bad for no bonus.
It's not horrible. I'm curious. Does anybody have any experience with handle? Does anybody actually have ranks in handle animal?
Yeah,
I do.
I have ranks, but
Apparently
I'm
I
negative
do.
also.
I don't know why I do.
Okay.
I got a +4.
Scout fetch.
Man, imagine
I think it's 'cause I'm a
you guys had
druid.
like a druid. That would be excellent. Can you give me?
I'm a druid, but I'm a weird
Technically.
druid.
Yeah, you are. Can I get a can I get a handle from you, Scout? Like I'm not
Oh,
gonna set this as an
gosh.
extremely hard DC, but I
Okay.
feel like this is something that you would have discovered. You crit.
23.
Okay, 23. You are aware anytime that you had discovered in the wild sick animals, if they were, some had passed away, grapes and raisins are toxic to most animals. There's a strong chance that if he feeds Squeaks, due to the size of Squeaks, Squeaks will probably die.
Fuck you, bub.
Well, I mean, imagine being a rogue and then someone being like, "Here, buddy, this is for you," and they cut off both of your hands. Because that's sort of what it's like for the animal familiar of a wizard.
Anju, I would not give that to Squeaks. That will kill Squeaks.
But it's a fruit. They like fruit. Is it bad?
That is not good for Squeaks.
I don't know. Would you like to eat some rat poison?
Yeah, raisins are poisonous.
Anju's thinking about eating it, and he knows he shouldn't. But
maybe you've had
You
some
often get
experience with grapes in the
stomach
past. It probably
You
would
can
give
go
you
wherever you want.
little
I didn't
upsetting.
mean to turn him into stone.
All right.
I understand that you didn't mean to, but accidents still have consequences.
Ivan's right.
Should I get naked?
I flick the raisin and it plinks off of the... What's the dude's name? Stone guy.
Rendell.
Poor Rendell.
Poor
I always
Rendell.
knew his name.
Yeah, you didn't last session either. You were asking that question then as well.
I don't remember any names. I thought we figured that one out.
It's okay. I'm not mad at you for it. So the plan here is for Sera to leave.
Yes. And if Cain will join, it's fine if Cain really doesn't want to
Sure.
go.
I'll go drop a portal in the church. Let's go.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I'm going. Yes, I'm going
Not
to find.
intentionally.
So, do I know of what churches are in the area? To what deities?
I mean,
There's any-
Sharn meets the needs of the many.
Okay.
Some of the lesser known churches will probably be in like row 1, in floor 1. But as you go higher up, some of the more prominent churches, where there is money, you will find. So is there a particular church you wish to tend to?
Yes, I think I would go to, if there is a church for the sovereign host, I think I would start there.
Oh, that's
I
right.
feel like
that's
Anju
right.
wants to join out of a combination of sick curiosity and also self-preservation.
All are welcome to come to the church.
Well,
So-
I'll back you up in case he tries to run. Can he do that? Well, I'll help. I'll back
I
you up.
appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm trying to run.
Yes, or in case something does go wrong.
I'm trying to play. Anju is trying to play off that he's kind of just coming along for fun. He's trying to come up with a real reason. See, he might run, which is not a thing that can happen, but it's...
Yeah, there is a strong chance that you will find a church to the sovereign host, as it is primarily the most dominant religion of Corvair in general. So yeah, there's likely a church here. Probably
Okay.
not to, some of the lesser, or at least those that are least like the Dark Six. But you can in fact find one. Is there a particular of the sovereigns that you seek?
The one that I most am close with was Dol Ara.
Okay.
And I think Dol Ara is son in sacrifice.
Correct.
So, I mean, right now I feel like we're looking for something more to help in times of like turmoil. So
Okay.
I'm just, yeah.
Sure. Then yeah, that's the likelihood is there, right? You should be able to find at least to the sovereign host. You're not really sure what they are sort of like leaning into, but you can probably find the sovereign host. It may be Dolara. ROI is probably higher up on the upper side of Sharn due to the fact that it's a patron of fertility, the sovereign of life and love. But yeah, there's strong likelihood that you'll find for Dolara.
Okay. Yeah, so I would go there and seek guidance to any who might be there.
Okay.
Hey, Scout. I mean, do we feel like we can set Scout on watch?
Scout
Do
is
we feel
currently
like
spinning this thing around. Like I'm holding this thing and I'm going around in circles right now.
we've got this. Do we want to hide?
That's
We
we
don't
should
want to hide Rendell or something. Like,
perhaps. Is
I'll
there?
stay back and keep watch. I could use a moment of silence.
I'm gonna take one of the what are they called? The things that you need to not animal. I'll give you one of those on my way out.
Oh, yeah. And
Are they
yes,
fucking
and
called?
The light orb.
Yeah,
Light
but
orb.
I'm currently spinning the light orb around and
correct.
around right now. That's what I'm
Yeah.
doing. That's why I haven't been talking
Scout
as
has
much.
one. Scout has one of
so
them.
we already have one. Okay.
So
Yeah,
that
it's
would mean
currently
that-
active and I'm spinning it around. Once we stop spinning it around, it's gonna deactivate. He's
Correct.
gonna frog mode.
It'll
So
last
you only have
about-
to do that for another 11 hours.
They only last a few hours. I don't need it all night, especially while we're watching. 'Cause I'm still sentient.
It's true, and you are also aware that the moment that you begin to change, you will roll again, so you may not hit the toad again. You may hit one of the other verse forms.
Might not be a toad. Okay.
One of the ones that is a little more convenient.
Or at least a little less destructive. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Let's run that. So you're gonna stay here then. That's my guess, Maggie. Scout is staying here, and
I'm
Ivan is
assuming
staying
so,
here.
unless someone else wants to take over spinning the thing.
Feels like a perfect job for Scout.
Okay. All right. So then we see the other three of you finding your way to the Sovereign Host. So I'm curious. This is where I'm going to pass the stick here, and I would love to see you sort of give me some descriptors as you ask around the city and you find your way to the Church of the Sovereign Host. If you could please describe what you best believe that this church is like. You're muted.
Oops. I do, as you said, I do think this is one of the upper parts of Sharn that, it's a little more well off than
Yes.
some of the smaller deities and smaller churches. Like, I'm not saying it's like mega church status, but I do think it's definitely, when we walk up to it, it is a larger chapel cathedral that definitely looks more well off than some of the other churches. And the Sovereign Host has many like deities within it, so
Yes.
I think this is a big church that would kind of host all 9 of the sovereigns, the vassals.
Correct.
So yes, so I would imagine it's a pretty big church, and has the symbol on the front, and I think, yes, it probably has various patron kind of statues of like all
Sure.
of the hosts
Yeah.
as we enter, and kind of Sera is looking specifically for the one that she serves as she enters.
Of course, and you will see that there is a risen statue of the Sovereign, the lady herself, the Sovereign of Sun and Sacrifice. She is a visionary of wisdom in battle, and she leads and guides to those who seek justice. They bear depictions of honor in battle, and they're willing to make sacrifices of themselves unto others. You will find her.
And Sera kind of walks up and takes a moment to pray. Actually, she'll just like be quiet to herself for a moment to pay respect and honor in this place, as this is her deity.
I feel like Anju's hanging back, like he's just now walking up, and kind of this is all completely alien to him.
Sure.
So it would be he's kind of mouth agape, wide-eyed, kind of looking at the what's the word? The elegance, the extravagance of it all. Maybe, he's looking up towards the ceiling, just seeing how high the ceilings are is like pretty impressive, and maybe his hood falls back, and that was not necessarily intended. He's a little bit in awe of the whole thing.
Sure.
Despite maybe historically not having the most respect for it. And I think that I'll just slowly walk up and notice Sera praying, and I don't know.
How does Cain carry himself?
He thinks the place is creepy.
Yeah. Okay. Makes sense. You're a man of science and
It's
magic.
like a museum where you're not allowed to touch anything and everything's clean.
Yeah.
And quiet.
I
And
would
it's weird.
Yep. And I would assume it is kind of quiet in this place too. It's a little bit like, respectful and quiet as we enter.
I'll like softly footfall like up to your left side, and I'll kind of crouch down to your level, and Andrew just says, "What are you doing?"
Do you say that to Sera?
I'm saying that to Sera. I'm still staring up at the ceiling and all of the ornate shit. Just, what are you doing?
I'm praying.
Oh, why?
Because I've just entered a holy place of the sovereign host. Would you like to learn about the 9 sovereigns? Each and every one of them. You can see them all depicted on the walls here, actually. They're various symbols.
Yeah.
For now, I will just point out the one. You see like an orange sun. This is Dol Ara, whom I have devoted my life to, essentially, and who provides me with the strength that I have and everything that I need.
Yes, but Orion's better.
How much does he pay?
They don't. They pay. They don't pay. It's.
Anju's gonna stand up suddenly and just. Sounds like a shit gig to me.
You'll want to talk to Aladra.
You got scammed.
I'm not about to be here and preach on a pulpit to the two of you. Also, whom are you referring to, Cain?
I've got knowledge, religion.
Oh.
Sure.
Okay.
No, that's
So
just.
I figured
Cain
I would have
says-
base knowledge of like the sovereigns and what they represent,
Okay.
right? Like,
I really wanted that to just be a line that Cain delivered. I've got knowledge.
Oladra is the sovereign of feast
Sure you
and
do,
fortune,
buddy.
the patron of entertainers, gamblers, and risk takers. She just bestows luck and spreads joy. He's just like reciting it out of a text, like he came out of a textbook with like
Yes.
no feeling behind it.
You're right.
It's just like a definition.
I don't
Oh,
think Oladra is who we should seek out at this time.
No, I meant he asked
But
who
Eladra's
paid
who-
the best.
Eladra's who you?
No.
No, I prefer Orion, the sovereign of law and lore, believed to be the first wizard. He revealed the secrets of magic to the world.
Hmm. Well, this is all fascinating.
Yes. What we need to find is a cleric. Clerics,
Yeah, I knew that.
Clerics also have divine powers, but
Yeah.
in different ways.
Now, can they bottle it, or will they need to be there in person?
I think they may need to be there in person. I just realized that. But perhaps they can bestow something.
That might be incriminating.
You're right. I didn't think that far, Cain. Okay, I have intelligence, but not wisdom. You are the one that has wisdom. We perhaps can explain the situation, and I don't think that they are going to report us to the city guard. We explain your condition and what happened, and perhaps they can help
Right.
you, and then they can
Yes.
help us.
Surely they won't burn me to death or something.
No, this is not a place of judgment. This is a place
So-
of healing and hope.
Anju's
Well, I
kind
think
of-
I'll go back to the other area now. Whilst you handle that.
No,
You don't need me after all.
You're coming with us. We made it this far. You're in the church. You're not going to turn back now.
That's before I heard your plan.
Anju's like looking around for anything valuable that's not nailed down. I would love to roll for that, but he's kind of looking around, not really listening. But he just offhandedly says, "I would love to see you try to leave this church. I dare you. In fact,
I'm open for a better plan, Cain.
Considering how powerful these random spells I've been throwing around are, you are awfully aggressive group.
Anju, you are in fact able to identify that there are some valuable pieces, but none of them seem to be very loose. A lot of it is set into some of the statues. Some of the lattice work itself is designed in such a way that there are metals that have been weaved into some of the vine work. Very beautiful pieces. You are aware, though, if they were moved or removed, it would become very visible.
I've heard stories of someone stealing from the church before, and they were cursed for all existence as a toad.
Anju's just gonna like not so subtly just like grab something and like kind of yank on it and tug on it and just looks great.
It's really nailed down.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere. It's good. That's that's what it should be, and I was just checking to make sure.
Fantastic engineering.
I'm gonna see Sera. This might go over Sarah's head because she's again not the wisest.
Sure.
Although I have +2 because I'm a half elf, but in my mind, Sarah's a little more airheaded.
Okay.
So she, Anju she might not have even noticed Anju attempting to steal something.
Just like very obvious.
I mean, he's been very obvious. Like he reached up to like the statue of the Lady Sovereign, and he's like,
okay.
The necklace that looks like it's made of platinum. He's like, no, that's really on there.
That's okay. That is more obvious then. Yes.
I do like you being clueless to even that. Just like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
just like,
so nice of you to.
He's just admiring the beautiful statue. Yeah.
A vassal
Anju.
approaches as you say, Anju. They seem to be waiting. They're not far, probably 10 or so feet. They've only managed this way because the volume is increasing between the three of you, and they may or may not have just bore witness to Anju attempting to reach up to the upper breast to draw down a necklace that was ingrained in the statue itself.
Oh, are they like looking right at me?
They're watching.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, and I'll just like kind of take a few steps back and just like, my mother had a very similar necklace, and it just really took me back. It really took me back to those days. It's a beautiful, beautiful place you got here.
What would you like to roll for this?
Definitely bluff.
Go
right?
for it. Let's see what you got. I'm not even going to attempt. You guys have been killing it tonight with these rolls. It is a beautiful piece.
And then I do a backflip. That was a joke.
Indeed, we were admiring the beauty of this church and the many vassals of the Nine.
I see that you've arrived to the Sovereign Host to seek solace, protection.
We are in need of aid, truly.
How can I be of assistance?
Well, my friend here is plagued with a blight of sorts. And I wanted to see if perhaps there was something you could do to help him control this blight.
A blight other than the smell, we should clarify.
I smell fine.
You keep whatever you got to tell yourself, buddy.
Please elaborate. Explain more about this blight.
Some sort of curse. Cain, perhaps you can describe more of the symptoms of this curse.
Oh, well, when I go to use my magic, or sometimes when I'm not even trying to use my magic, I randomly seem to tap into magical powers that I
Beyond
not accessible.
beyond what he's learned, he is a studier, a purveyor of the books of magic, and not.
Hypothetically, I could be standing there, and the next you could be petrified. Who knows?
Are you
Strictly
suffering?
hypothetically speaking.
Are you suffering from an ailment of the mind?
That is what I think it is. Yes.
It's just me and the usual voices.
Then
He has been acting increasingly erratic.
Yeah, a mental blight other than the crazy.
voices are not crazy. Even the Sovereign Host speaks for the many, but with one voice.
This is true.
Wish I could understand more of what is plaguing you at this moment, but if you need solace, a peace of mind, a respite from a storm that ails you mentally, we could provide laudanum. Unless you need something more divine. You do not strike me as an individual who seeks divine help.
Laudanum, which does
Oh.
is
Laudanum is something we received from a local apothecary. It's a tincture of alcohol and opium.
I'll have some of that, please.
just fucking coursing. I don't.
Calm me right up.
I
Barely feel my fingers.
mean, that's just a legitimate spit take from Anju. Did you say alcohol and opium? That's it?
Yes. It's been in practice for some years.
How many of those you got?
I suppose enough. Are you worried for his ailment? Is it something that may spread?
Oh yeah, it's super contagious. I'm already starting to feel weird, so I think that you should just give us all of them.
Not a magical bone in his body.
I don't think this is something that can be spread, but it may be helpful for us to get perhaps a few in case it only works for a certain amount
I thought
of
we
time.
were here.
There was a part 2 to this.
For
There is more.
Please.
for my poor dog who was turned to stone.
We
Yeah,
we did have an incident, yes, where a friend of ours
a dog.
Billy.
Man's best friend of ours.
was turned to
Poor
stone.
Billy.
Oh, poor Billy was turned to stone. I'm not a dog person, but Billy was a good boy.
Poor little Billy.
Oh my God.
That's a 4, my dude.
We must
I'll try to-
be- we are in the place of the Sovereign Host. We must be honest.
Billy is actually
This shit
works on.
again. Billy was such a good boy.
I can't begin to understand where or how this may have happened. Was this from something consumed? Was this something else or other? A spell, perhaps, that you were speaking of? This magic that you tapped into, was this, even in an accident, was this from you?
Sort of stone spell or petrification or not even quite sure.
Can we know that it's petrification? I feel like
You have a pretty good idea.
we know.
He was turned to stone.
Yeah, I just don't know if there's like different types
There's different.
of that.
Sure, there are, but upon defining what he has become, it becomes a bit more clear. If you're like, he turned into grape jelly like that, there's like, oh,
Sure.
that's something else entirely. But it's like he turned to stone. It's a petrification. So yeah, I may not be able to assist with that. The Sovereign Host is capable of many things: blessings from above, assistance from the side, and even financial support if you've fallen on hard times. And he extends a hand out to your shoulder, Anju.
Please stain your paw.
Did I not see you reach for the lady's necklace above?
Called
Oh, no, no, it's fine. Thank you though. No, I'm fine. What? I'm like looking at my clothes, like insecure about my appearance. Like, I'm good actually. I'm great actually. Thank you though. I not a vagrant, just making that clear. But thank you so much. You're so kind and religious and stuff. So nice of you to.
Thank you for understanding.
And I just like take his hand off of my shoulder.
He draws it back from that point. You see him take a moment and ponder, and if it is something that is related to a more arcane development, perhaps you seek out someone with a more profound understanding of the arcane. Our blessings are meant to cure ailments, curses, heal those wounded. If petrification is something that has afflicted your friend, be it hound or other, you may need to seek greater study than the divine. I am happy to provide.
We should have gone to an apothecary.
A few tinctures of laudanum, at least to ease his mind. Bear in mind, while under the effects of laudanum, he will be practically useless.
He's kind of worse than useless.
Don't want to be like Ivan.
Additionally, he may suffer erratic hallucinations.
I mean, this all sounds like a lateral move, my dude.
If that is well, then I will retrieve them.
Yeah, I'll come with you. I got the bag. I'm like very eager.
Yes, I think it might be good to have these to help.
Mm-hmm.
Please. Wait here. He'll step away. It'll be a few moments before he returns. Is there anything that you guys wanted to say or share before?
Going to sneak some of this into Ivan's drink.
Why are you can always with the fucking scheming? Can we not for 5 seconds? I'm bored now. This sounds like a whole
Aren't
thing.
you curious?
I thought we were one and done. I'm
laudanum
curious.
will affect Scout.
The only thing I'm curious about is how much opium and alcohol I can fit in my face. Okay? And also how much I can sell it for.
A reminder, Anju, you're not the one affected by these ailments.
I don't know. Might be.
This is to help Cain so that he doesn't accidentally open a portal in a tavern again or turn somebody to stone.
That's fine. All right,
You
fine.
mean I can't save you when emergencies happen?
Anju makes a mental note to steal as much of it as he can anyway.
Cobalt, can I get a will save from you, please?
I've got the bag.
Here we go. Let's go.
Oh no, please don't open a vortex in the church.
Okay. You feel that similar as previously explained. This cinching, burning sensation that runs down the length of your spine. This almost synovial-like snap, the base of your neck. Before you hear that voice again.
You waste our time. Make your move before I move for you.
It's your move.
After a few moments, he returns. He comes bearing 3. There are 3 potion bottles, tinctures, that are marked something that would seem very poisonous in nature. And he expresses, please, do not take more than 1.
Of course.
Of course.
Per person.
Correct.
What is the recommended dosage on that exactly?
Ingestion and the entire tincture. Much more than that, and the symptoms will be vast.
Yes, of course. We will make sure to.
Ingest responsibly. Only if sick or whatever. I'm
Thank
like
you.
trying to. I'm like grabby hands.
Thank you for this. And
Thank you.
you said regarding the other ailment, the turn to stone, we needed to seek out further assistance for that. What was it that you recommend?
Might you seek to the Arcane College? Or perhaps, if you feel comfortable inside, find your way to Mulgrave University. There are many adepts there that are familiar with spellcasting.
Oh, lordy.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. If we find anyone else in need of assistance, we'll be sure to send them here to get their drugs. We'll be leaving now.
Thank you very much. And Sera does take a kneel for a moment as a servant of Dol Ara.
Raises his hands above head and he bows.
I thank you once again for this assistance, and if there is ever a time where you need my help, my aid, as again a servant of Dol Ara, I would be happy to assist in any way.
We serve the many before us. If your time is needed, you will be called upon.
I think sorry, go ahead.
Nope, she just acknowledges that.
In an unexpected flash of maybe mutual respect, maybe he's feeling happy about the recently acquired substance. Anju's gonna do like a very incorrect, awkward, sort of sheepish, just sort of some sort of bow that's not the right thing. Just trying to be polite.
How about Cain? What does he do?
He's already walking to the door.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, with that,
he's got voices to keep happy.
you find yourself leaving the vassal host.
I'm gonna whisper to Sera, like, are we supposed to pay him? Why didn't he? Did he forget it? Did he forget about the gold?
No, not everything that we do at the church requires payment. Offerings are something you do not as an exchange of services. It's something you do from the heart.
So we just...
Yes.
We don't have to... It's free.
It's free. Yes.
This religion thing might not be so bad.
Of course, I have offered my services in case he ever needs it one day. But
it's free as long as she's
crucial.
Under their thumb.
That's crucial. So good on you. Good on you for that.
Well, we should be leaving the city now. Let's go get Ivan, and we'll just fix Rindle when we get back.
We are not leaving the city. He gave us directions on where to go next. We should go back to Mulgrave University.
All right, fine.
I'm scurrying.
I can't be held accountable for my actions.
We're going to take a little 5-minute break, and when we return, our camera is going to turn to face Ivan and Scout. We'll see you guys in 5. Go ahead and take a potty break, do what you got to do, and we'll be back un moment. All right, guys, we are back now with Shadows of the Last War. Here we are. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs at Upstrain. We're 3 subs away from our second luck roll, which is great. Thank you so much, guys, for bringing the energy. I appreciate it. So, we had some resolution for the involvement in the events at the Church of the Sovereign Host, which brought us back before they found their way to Mulgrave University or other. We wanted to see what was happening at Rendell's. Has anything changed in the last 20 or so minutes for Ivan and for Scout? Is there any conversation, anything at all?
I would have just asked Scout to kill the lights so I can just close my eyes in whatever form I become.
All right.
I'm assuming I should roll a
Affirmative.
d6.
You should roll a d8.
Oh, d8. Excuse me.
Scout stops treading around this thing and watches.
Man, this one is really easy for you. It is your parrot form. Pro,
Aw.
flight, con. Can only speak in words that it's heard that night.
Oh my! We're gonna have
Let's
such
fucking
long conversations.
Go. That's so fun.
After a minute or so
yeah.
of the
Yeah, I would like to
resolutions
sleep.
of that orb, Ivan's body starts to change. The pants fall around him, and what emerges seems to be a parrot who finds this area to nestle in. Wings have tucked back up to it, and you see its eyes begin to close. Ivan's relatively quiet. Scout, you can see in this because of your visibility. Rendell stands motionless as a statue in the rear side, courtesy of Cain's petrification. Ivan is a silent parrot. A rare and relatively unique ability that he has deemed a curse for all intents and purposes. All you can hear is the exterior world. Do you say or do anything in that space? Or
I
do you
think
just sit
Scout
silently
watches
as well?
for a moment, and then is the parrot not moving? It's just staying still.
Resting.
I'm sleeping. Trying to, at least.
Oh. Well, if Scout can tell that they are sleeping, Scout goes into Overwatch mode and will kind of get closer to where that curtain is and get to a place where, like, Scout can see out the window, but maybe they can't see Scout from the other side.
It is a little difficult. Rendell's is so it's generally designed to be like a pocket. There are no windows. It's simply just a curtain drawn in the front.
And I can't get into a place where I can see out the curtain.
You could, but you'd have to move the curtain so visibility would be provided for you. But it would mean that someone else could potentially see in.
Okay. So it's zero way for me to move
Nope.
the curtain. Okay. Then Scout will just get close to the door and listen
Sure.
and just be in Overwatch mode.
A few moments pass by. Minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5, before you hear the padding of feet approaching. And shortly behind it is that same metal footfall as previously. A woman chimes in. Rendell! Rendell, why did you send Greer back?
I'm waking up.
Rendell!
Randall!
Ma'am, he said that he would see to me 2 days in the morning from now.
2 days?
Rendell? Is something wrong? Scout, you can hear the sounds of the feet slowly approaching.
Can I, like, in my parrot form, like, duck under the curtain really quick so, like, it wouldn't reveal anything because I'm so tiny?
Do you wish to, like, hide, or are you trying to, like, find your way outside? What does this look like?
I'm going to confront them as the parrot.
Okay, sure. You are able to, like, nuzzle your beak into the corner into such a way that you can push the curtain enough for you to get out, and the curtain will fall back again. There is a woman, human woman, probably 5 or so feet in height, and she seems to have moderate costing garb so far as what you can see. She's certainly not from the highest rungs and far from the lowest. And there you see the same Warforged, who she has deemed Greer. He's carrying with him an arm, and his only functional arm. She doesn't know what to do.
Randall? Something wrong?
Something's wrong with Rendell. Greer, when did Rendell get a parrot?
I do not know, ma'am.
What's your name, bird?
Rendell!
Sorry.
She looks back to the Warforged. Rendell named his own parrot Rendell? Greer, is this the first you've seen?
I was here less than a week ago, ma'am. He had no parrot then.
No parrot then.
Right. Parrot, where is Rendell? Rendell, where is Rendell?
Rendell? Where?
I don't have time for this. Greer, entertain Rendell the parrot, please. Maybe he left the tools. She seems to start to take a step forward.
And I just all like flap my wings and go, maybe.
Greer, get. And you see at this point, Greer, this Warforged begins to step aside. He's placed the arm down, and this arm is coming out, and it's attempting to grab onto you. I'm going to guess that you probably don't have a stunning combat maneuver defense in this form.
Yeah, I don't know what my
Good
I feel
news,
like
my
I'm
friend.
probably pretty nimble, but
I
rushing-
can tell you because I have the page for it.
oh, lovely.
Your CMD, it's 6. That's not great. I mean, I could fail this. I could. It's just not likely. Okay. He reaches out and he seems to grab. He's gingerly grabbing you. He's not in a way that's going to hurt you, but he reaches out and he kind of like holds on to you. Your wings are still beating rapidly, but he stopped you from immediately flying in front of you. She begins to step forward.
Wrong.
Scout, do you do anything?
What did you say, Ivan?
I said wrong.
Wrong?
I'm trying to use the words that I know.
Yeah, no, it's funny.
I'm trying.
That's why I'm laughing so much. Does Scout understand? Like, everyone's been lying about what happened to Rendell. It's clearly not a good thing.
They're
that
trying
has
to
happened
deceive.
Rendell.
Yeah, they're trying
And
to
they're
deceive.
yeah, and Rendell is, as far as Scout knows, Sera is getting something that is supposed to fix Rendell. Is there a place where I could hide Rendell? Move Rendell to hide them?
Oh man. Give me a perception.
Okay.
Perceive a Rendell-shaped hole in the wall.
You don't see anywhere that you could hide Rendell, but this is sort of like a mechanic shop. You do see that there are a number of tarps. There is what looks to be some sort of lobby that is horizontally
Things
angled.
over him.
Yeah, but theoretically, unless you wanted to try to knock him over and hide him under the table.
Oh my gosh.
That's a
Don't
ballsy
want to
idea
knock
to
him
knock
over.
the
He's
stone, man.
he's gonna like be missing body parts when he comes back. I think Scout will just find something to put over
Sure.
them and like drape some other things on it so it doesn't look like, I don't know, disguise it as best.
Okay, give me a reflex.
Scout can.
You know that this is moment's notice, so you would have to do this
Yeah.
relatively quickly. Let me get a reflex out of you.
Well, I mean, Scout would have started this while
Sure.
Ivan was out there talking. Yeah. Ooh,
Okay. Are you happy with that?
I don't think I can do better, but I could try.
Yeah, you could try.
I got one reroll. I
Yeah.
need
He
some more, you
said the
guys.
thing. He said the thing. Sorry.
19. Ooh, worth it. Thank you.
Significantly better.
Who gave us the reroll? They get a big thank
That would be
you.
Sloth Prime. Sloth Prime would us with that.
Sloth Prime.
You will succeed. You are deft about this. It's not like it's going to be a beautiful situation, but you are able to basically lap this up over the top of him into such a way that it obscures at least from frontal vision. Looks good so far as you can tell.
Okay, and then Scout is going to sit on the table. Like Scout is like being something like Scout is something that has been being repaired or something.
Okay, so you're Toy Storying, and he's coming.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Got it.
I have a negative to disguise, so
Give me
Forget
Just curious.
his
Like
stealth,
this is
this
going to be
guy.
relatively easy. Give me a bluff. I mean, like I
Those are
Bluff.
wild. They're all
Also
over the
-1 to
place.
bluff.
it's, you
11.
don't
That's
you're not
not
really going
bad.
to need a lot here. The moment that you sort of like let your body fall to a resting state, so it looks like you're functionally like you need work, you see the curtains kind of ply open, or at least you hear them because you've not spun around, and there's a momentary pause. Greer, you said that he would be here. You said that you spoke to him moments prior.
Rendell spoke.
He appears to not be here, ma'am.
Well,
Rendell is not here.
Rendell, when will Rendell be back?
Rendell is wrong. Rendell.
Why am I talking to a bird? What is... She closes the curtain abruptly. Greer, release him.
Yes, ma'am.
Does so.
Yes, ma'am.
Did that work? Yeah, okay. She walks off at this point. She's frustrated. You can see that she's visibly frustrated. Greer turns somewhat defeated. He grabs his arm and he follows in her stead.
Just a dude needs his arm put back on.
What's
sucks
life
to
look
be
like
him.
right now, Ivan? Do you take flight in the night air? Do you swim back inside? And what are we doing here?
Just like a deep, big sigh. And I'll like jump up and hex scout a little bit.
Scout
Like
will,
a attention-seeking scout. You know, peck.
Scout will like open one eye and like scan the room to see if it's clear.
It was a close call. You swear, though you've never seen a parrot sweat, you're certain that Ivan is sweating right now. His feathers are all ruffled from clearly being handled by Warforged. But he stands next to you. You
I
think
do
that-
not understand why we are lying. But I know Sera is coming back with a cure, right?
We are lying. For cure.
I hope they come back soon. What if more people come here?
More people. Wrong.
This is very peculiar.
And there's
I
a
would like
pause.
to-
Go ahead.
Yeah. I was gonna say I would like to go for like a night fly at this point.
You got it. Scout, do you follow?
I think Scout kind of like, do you just fly away? You don't say anything?
I would like hobble to the door and then look back at you and like kind of motion. Come on,
Okay.
let's have a little
Where are we
R&R, you
going?
know.
Come.
Scout transforms into bird form and hops down.
Only
Yeah, I
slightly
would just-
larger than Ivan in parrot form. Ivan, you're clearly leading this. The bird friends.
I'm
Yeah.
a hawk.
I would like to just fly up to a perch that we can see as much of Sharn as possible.
Okay, from this row, it's not gonna be hard. There's probably a 2-story building, or at least something that's jutting out, probably 20 or 30 feet above, that each of you can land on, and you can get a larger bird's eye view of this part of the city. If you wished for more, you would have to move.
Makes sense.
Are you happy here, or do you wish to take flight and go elsewhere?
I mean, I'm happy here, chilling in the night, can see a decent enough skyline.
You got it. Anything from
Is there a
Scout? Would
reason
you-
we flew? Is there a reason we flew here? Are we looking for something? Are we scouting?
Scouting. Peculiar.
Scouting for something peculiar. Affirmative.
And Scout begins to look for anything that looks out of the ordinary.
Yeah. Yeah, you can be that's like making you keep the eye out, and then I'm just enjoying the view.
The duo that we didn't know that we needed. Love it. Okay. Our camera turns yet again, panning back to an opposite side of the city. Sera, are you leading your ragtag group specifically to Morgrave or elsewhere?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Morgrave. I know he had mentioned like our other arcane college, but yeah, let's just go to Morgrave.
Okay. Is there anyone in particular that you wish to seek out?
Defense against the dark art teacher.
Cain, do you think Domino will help?
Absolutely not. What's in it for her?
Maybe we can make a deal with her. I
Go
mean-
ask. I'll be in my I'll be in my study.
All right. Well, if you have any other suggestions, you know this place better than all of us.
I suggest we leave.
If you know of any other people who might be able to help concoct something to revert Rendell's current status.
I've been here in 20 years.
Fine. You know what? I will just go ahead and ask Domina. And if she says no, then I will just go around asking random professors to help.
Better you than me.
Anju, would you mind joining?
I'll just sit here with my ball gag.
Or maybe
Okay, so-
you should watch him.
Do I have to?
He keeps talking about leaving, so he might just leave.
We
And
need to
that's a-
leave. We have things to do.
I don't see how that's a problem at this point.
We need to leave.
Uh,
Bad things are going to happen if we don't leave.
We need to figure out. If the quicker we solve this problem, the quicker we can leave. Cain,
Brenda
think
will
of
be
that
there
way.
when we get back.
And people are going to
that's
start.
true.
I think we
Or
should
basically, he's time traveling. Basically,
Sera, every attempt that you have to suggest or point anything out, it's like being on the opposite end here. They're just kind of like,
it's futile.
I think that. Okay, so we've got three tinctures of laudanum.
oh no.
Oh no.
Bub.
Yeah.
How do you feel about like
feel the crazy coming on.
How do you feel about like sipping on like just a little, like, you know, just a swig?
Take the edge off.
You know, like a fine whiskey.
Tastes good. It's gonna taste terrible.
It's gonna taste terrible.
It's not like
No, Anju's fully aware. But here's my thinking, and you can shut me down. I'm thinking a little swig to take the edge off. Maybe I already had it on the way over here against my better judgment, and then maybe at that point, I don't really care if we leave the wizard behind, and I'm more than happy to sort of scour the downstairs and talk to a bunch of fucking professors while she goes upstairs and talks to the big lady. That's what I'm thinking.
All right, so if you want to do that, you got to convince him. Okay, if that's your angle to
Convince
start
who?
to start. Cain doesn't want. He's not gonna want to drink this.
Oh no, I'm drinking it.
Oh.
Yeah, I am sneaking a sip, and in
That's a
that
sleight of
state,
hand.
I no longer care about the wizard being left. I trust him with all my heart, and I'm more than happy to get social with a bunch of
I
fucking
love
strangers.
that you got opium for the mentally addled wizard, and you're just sneaking his
You
fucking
just
supply.
Y'all motherfuckers gave me the bag. You fucked up.
Oh my gosh.
Give me a sleight of hand versus Sera and Cain's perception. Anybody with luck rerolls?
I don't care if he drinks it.
Anju, sure. On the way over, you were able to utilize
out.
some of the crowd here, some of the crowd work, and you're able to get at least a decent draw on this.
You know how no. You know how cats will like stick their paw in a water bowl to see if it's water, and then they'll. So I'll just like kind of like some perfume, you know. I'll get it out on my paw, and then I'll just try to play it off like I'm cleaning myself. I'm grooming, you know.
It's not great. No matter how it works, but it's got some burn to it too as well. It's not a wonderful flavor, but you're able to stomach it even if it makes you immediately gag. But it doesn't take very long, probably 15 to 20 minutes, before you can feel some of the edges becoming a bit more rounded. Some of the lights becoming a bit more glowy, some after effects. Not like you're fully intoxicated, but you're starting to lose some of the control of your upper faculties.
I think we could leave the wizard here. I mean, he's been so trustworthy so far. He can't.
Sera, Cain, perception.
He can't even run.
Yes, I'll watch the bag while
God
you.
Damn.
I definitely notice now that he's more inebriated.
You both notice that he's starting to exhibit signs of being under the influence. He wasn't under the influence before the church. Maybe you're not particularly strong in math, but you can put one and one together here. However, Sera, before you can even say anything to him in regards to this, you see a group of individuals walking the halls of Morgrave University. As one rounds the corner, you see an emblem across their chest of what looks to be green flame. Before you realize it's not flame, it's an emerald claw.
I know this one.
Captain America. I know this reference.
That is
Hold on.
which
I'm scouring
Gryffindor.
notes.
That's
Emerald.
not a house. The
That's
emerald
the people
claw.
that wanted to kill me.
is that the ones that wants to kill Anju?
They're looking for someone.
the
You're not
dark-
sure.
The Dark Lantern.
Me.
Oh, they're
No.
Ivan.
Emerald Claw is different.
Yeah, they
from
were the
Dark
ones that came
Lantern.
to my room and told.
Yeah.
Okay. Was I there for that?
You heard
Sarah-
she spoke of Domina spoke of them, that they are in fact a terrorist organization.
Yes. Okay.
You
And
can
they're-
see
Do
that
I
they're
notice
looking for
this?
someone. No. No, you don't notice this.
What if I roll out of my mind? Bub?
You get a
Show me.
-10 to all perception.
Show me. Give me a give it to me.
Give me the perception of my life.
You're like I. Oh my god.
You rolled a
Perfect.
1.
The dice know.
You rolled
Sarah's eyes kind of like she's about to like scold Anju, like her fingers up ready to scold him, and then she looks over and you see her eyes kind of wide and glancing over, and I think those are the people that are the terrorist group. They're here at the university. The ones that Domino warned us about, though. I think they're hunting. Was it Ivan?
Who are those guys? What?
Oh my gosh. You're no help. Cain. They're here at the university. Okay.
Many people frequent these halls.
God, neither of you are any help. Where's Ivan when I need him?
Wow, she needs me.
I like.
Can I
Shall
roll
we
perception to
fight
see if I
them?
feel that somebody needs me from a million miles away?
You feel it in your soul.
What would you like to roll?
I don't know.
I can ready a spell.
Some intuition roll, or like some sort of yeah.
Sarah, do those guys look familiar? Something about
Yes. They are
green guys.
yes.
Green.
Do
Oh, those are the guys that Those are the guys that want to kill Ivan.
Yes. The ones
That's
that-
probably bad.
Keep your voice down. They might be looking for him.
I'm gonna roll on
Yes.
that.
Oh fuck. They might be looking for him.
Oh, they're definitely looking for him.
First.
I know that. That I know.
Okay. All right. Cain, you're right. We need to leave very quickly. But I
Finally.
am still going to try at least ask to get something to help with this petrification. We help Rendell and we get out of here. Okay.
I mean, those guys don't know. They don't know. We look
Sarah,
sick, right?
As you're describing this and you're expressing that the importance of assisting Rendell, you notice Anju is pointing, and
I love Rendell.
the rear individual in the group seems to have like turned and like the brows furrowed as he's trying to focus on you for a minute, and you see him mouth something, and then another one appears to also like look. What do you do?
What a hoodoo.
I told you, Professor, that I no longer want to be part of this academy. I'm yelling at Cain.
Well, if you didn't cheat on your test, then I wouldn't be forced to do this.
Well, that's it then. I quit. I'm leaving. I'm
Well,
going
then
to
I'm
go,
leaving too.
I'm going to go tell Domina. I'm handing in my resignation to Domina.
Not without me, you're not.
I feel like I'm gonna default to the original plan. Can I just like slink off and find a random individual and start accosting them about dog turned to stone?
I mean,
Just
of course you can.
Yeah, I'll just slide up to presumably a conversation that's already happening between intelligent people and just fully interrupt and you guys, hey, hi, you smart? You guys, does anybody know? So anything? You know anything about stone?
Oh, what is that smell?
It's the wizard. It's the wizard. It's the wizard. I'm so
like
sorry.
It's
we try to fix it,
alcohol
but it's
rich. Are you drunk?
Absolutely not. I've never in my life. I don't know what you're talking about. We have our dog turned to stone. Can you help with I'm like covering my mouth at this point. Can you help with petrification? Anybody? I have gold. Please.
Petrification?
I'm so bored. Please.
What do you want me to do?
A cure. Turn rock back to flesh. Please. Quickly, I have gold. I'm so bored.
I'm the first here. What do you want from me, man?
Who's better? Who's point someone smarter. Someone smarter, please. Where?
I don't know. He's old. And points to Cain. Go ask him.
Definitely not him. Anyone
fault.
but him. I cannot stress enough. Anyone but him.
I'm gonna get
You're
security.
fired too.
You gotta go, man. You're like this. You don't even have.
I'm
you don't
sorry.
even have
I'm
a
sorry.
badge.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just give him a piece of gold. I'm so sorry.
He.
Uh,
I don't want your dirty
I'm
money.
backing
Take
away.
this back, dude. I don't know where this has been.
I mean, you don't have to tell me twice. All right. Mission.
Sarah, let's leave.
Honestly, nailed it.
Sera, Cain, are you guys walking away at this point? Or are you letting Anju continue?
I'm leaving.
Cain walks away.
I give up.
Wow.
Actually,
the plan.
I'll be needing
What about
that
the
bag,
plan?
Anju.
What about the plan?
Everything's
had a
falling
plan.
apart. You know what? I'm gonna still
Rendell's
try.
dead. Okay,
Oh my god. I'm gonna
he's
try.
not coming back.
Dog. It's a dog, Billy dog. Billy dog.
He's not
Remember?
coming back.
What you got, Sera? Hit me with it.
In my last glimmer of hope and attempt, I'm gonna just go to Domina's office and just ask her. And if she says no, then so be it.
Where does Cain go?
Right. Good plan. Break.
I'm not.
Go team.
I want to leave, but I just remembered that the dragon shard's in the bag that Anju has, so I'm gonna try to
You're
get the
stuck
bag
with
from him.
Anju.
Got it. Got it.
No.
Anju.
You look like this is a little heavy. Perhaps I can take the load off of you.
No. Out of game? No.
I'll give you more of my tinctures.
I think the wandering eyes are beginning to set in, and Anju's realizing that maybe he doesn't need any more.
Anju, you actually realize, yeah, there are many wandering eyes. More than that, the individual group that Sera had pointed out is starting to meander in your direction. They're probably 20 or so feet. They're not trying to cause a scene, but they are definitely moving in your direction.
I mean, we gotta go.
Closing the gap.
Yeah, hands off the bag, Gramps. We gotta go. Like, just immediately.
Excuse me.
Attempt to hide something.
Excuse me. Are you familiar with a Mr. Ivan Freely?
Sorry, what?
Isn't that the one that lives over there on Williker Street?
We have reason to believe that Ivan Freely is in consort with a Catfolk. You match the description of the individual.
I mean, there's many Catfolk about.
Please, point them out.
Obviously not here. I'm like frantically looking, just praying. Just please, God, let there be a fucking scapegoat and this scape cat in this fucking room.
I'll give you a 5% chance.
Yo, let's go.
If you want to call it 5, so just give me a number on a d20. Just give me a number on a d20.
You know what? I will go 7.
7. If it's a 7, there is another Catfolk who looks so close to who you are.
I love this bargaining at the end. 7. Nope.
Look, it's just missing its hat. It's totally a 7.
Anju, you have any luck rerolls?
I mean, fuck it.
That's a ballsy luck reroll, but
throw it down. Throw it down.
Oh my god.
Still the same number, 7?
7, baby.
16.
No.
Have I already used mine? I feel like I've used mine already.
I'm a
Did you use yours
professor
already?
here.
I don't think you
And
have.
if you harass my student anymore, I'm going to get the headmistress involved, and you will be escorted from these premises.
I'm gonna give it to you. You go ahead and give me. You can take my luck reroll. It's still just unrealistic. So, but go for it. Give me a shot. 7 again.
7 all the way, baby.
7 all the way. Natural 20. I'm sorry.
It wasn't meant to be.
It wasn't meant to be.
What about that guy? What about Catfolk over there? What about that guy? Did you try him? I'm new here. I don't.
He's here for therapy.
I need bluffs from both of you because you're both spitting different lies.
Oh my god, we're so screwed.
5.
Okay.
Just
that's
literally look over there.
Pretty much. And I'm gonna give him a circumstantial bonus just because you're the only
Don't
Catfolk.
make me cast Mudball on them.
It's the circumstantial
tough.
bonus. Yeah.
That's tough. Not buying it.
Why don't you come with us?
Why don't you come with me?
Don't really think that you have much of a leg to stand on, and from the smell of it, I think you'd struggle with it anyway.
Oh, you just mean him. He could go with you. Just give me the bag, Anju.
I'd like dodge out of the way. There's I mean, I'm not gonna go willingly. Like, that's not a thing. I don't
Sera!
Sera's
How
gone.
much? Sarah, thank God Sarah got out.
Yeah, you guys are.
At least
now we can-
somebody's. This
If
went
you yell-
way more.
If you yell loud enough, she might still be around the corner.
The men look to you, Cain, and you know this man as well.
He's here for therapy.
As I like start to pick up on what he's putting down. Like I'm just a poor vagrant, and this kind-hearted old man brought me in for rehab, and I'm here to atone for my sins, and
He is drunk.
I
Smell
swear,
him. Even if he knew where Ivan was,
Anju,
he can't tell you.
can I get a perception, please?
Sure.
There will be a negative applied. Both of you can see that just beyond the group of men, a familiar face appears. One that you thought for sure you wouldn't see again, but lo and behold, he walks through the doors and appears to be trying to move through the halls, potentially to a laboratory that has been left to him in the interim. You see Idio. He doesn't have a bag with him at this point. Do either of you
Let's
say
go.
anything?
Our only hope.
I'm like doing the calculus of like what he would do right now, and there's a lot of there isn't. Oh, man. I just don't know why I would even think that he could help us out of this situation.
Idio comes around the corner dressed as a cat.
City guard?
They don't answer that. Idio is continuing to meander through the group. He's not immediately seen you. Moments are going to pass before he's gone.
Idio!
You call out Idio and the head above the crowd turns.
Buddy, old friend!
Then I step away when they throw their heads.
Anju? Anju!
Oh,
Old
these people know my
man!
name.
Why are you guys here? Where's Ivan?
Yeah, baby.
That's what they want to
man.
know.
That's good that you brought him over to confirm that you're a part of that group, huh?
The attention has been doubly focused at this point. Now the group of men have begun to close ranks around you, Anju. I think it's fair that we find our way to a private quarter. What do you think? Oh, those are those guys that I saw. Still not Ivan. You can't touch me, bro. Why don't you do us a favor? Drop the bag. We'll take it. And we'll take you to a room
Oh, I'm
so that
not
we can
taking
question
the
you.
bag.
I don't think I asked you.
I'm going to kill you now.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
When you say that,
Yeah, I mean,
the lead man
Anju's
draws a
cornered.
sword.
I cast enlarged person on Idio.
Yeah, give me a D1000, sir.
Can I?
Let's go ahead and get initiative.
Don't kill Idio, you fuck! We're never gonna go on our mission because we're just cleaning up your fucking messes!
I'm trying to leave. They won't let me leave. I've been begging to leave.
Listen, I thought-
Idio and not them!
I thought I was
These
just gonna
guys.
be talking to some. I thought I was just gonna be talking to some fucking professors. I feel like, honestly, I'm.
Cobalt with the 159. All right.
I'm gonna show them how powerful I am.
That voice crack at the end there really doesn't feel like you're. Believing in your own power.
I believe.
I don't know if I've asked you about your luck reroll. It's your call here. If you want to, I can inform you this. It's not going to help. If you'd like to use it, you can.
I'll give you mine if you want it.
I'll roll again. 8, 9.
Yeah, it's way up there. All right.
And the school blows up.
Oh,
I
no.
mean,
It's this
just-
is none of
and
this is my
chance
fault.
for me to. There's a chance for me to get out of there.
I said, let's go. Let's leave Rindle. Look, he's screwed. That's a good face.
That's super cool, but it's not going to help you.
Done the right thing and not made a big stink about it and draw the attention of the people looking for Ivan.
890. Beauty. The caster's target immediately rises to maximum capacity for beauty permanently.
Wait, the target?
He's the hottest fucking person. Idiot just became hot as shit.
He's got the
Is this
personality to
permanent?
match his looks now.
Is it permanent?
You just turned him into a Giga Chad.
You
Like-
just
Oh
Squidwarded
my
him.
gosh. Idio's like perma Chad.
Like I've got the bag and I'm already
Chisel
attempting
jaw,
to escape, but I can't look away.
You're now sweating for
The
two
men
reasons.
see your eyes and like one in the back kind
Everyone
of
has a
turns to
boner.
look. They had no idea what
Oh
the
my
spell
gosh.
was, but like nothing immediately happened, and the guy in the back turns to look at Idio, and Idio just stops and he's like touching his shoulders. They seem to just broaden just enough. The chin seems to get a little bit more broad and chiseled. His hair seems to be luxurious. It's interesting.
Henry Cavill. He
The-
turns into Henry
The
Cavill.
parallels. He looks like a dark-haired version of Ivan,
Oh my god.
Ooh.
but
I can
From
fuck myself.
There he is. Get him.
more predominantly built. Like you can see that
Dude,
there is.
Ivan was already into him
effort.
before. Now what?
Idio stops and he
deep-
goes, "What did you do to me?"
from deep within, a compulsion to speak. Anju just says, "Idio, pop that shirt off."
Why? He begins to lift a shirt and he looks down and he's like, "There's so many abs. What did you do? Do I look good? Do I look good?" And he like touches the next person. "Hey, excuse me. Do I look good? Am I pretty?" And the person's like, yeah, just yeah. Calm down. And the men immediately, they begin to detain you, Cain. Knowing that you just attempted to cast a spell, not having that in mind, you have just made Idio's life so much easier. Cain,
I mean, surely they're distracted, right?
Assault.
Cain and Anju, you are detained. You will be taken to a room. None of the student body will assist you. Idio bolts in the opposite direction, talking about himself as much as he can, as loudly as he can to draw attention, but it's not enough to assist you. Mega is
I'm not
right.
even. I'm not even mad. I'm just watching him abandon us. Like, you know what? I really love that for him.
You succeeded in just that. One last perception,
Just
please.
cut to Sera for a second.
Cain and Anju, one last perception.
All right.
When you're detained, they shove your arms up behind you in such a way to kind of like prevent you from moving. And the bag falls over his arm. He lets go briefly, slumps it to the ground, and draws your arms back up behind you. Two of them have drawn their swords, the other two are detaining you. The bag is left on the floor.
Yeah, I still want to
Sarah's
kill
just
them.
completely out of sight.
How do you do that, Cain?
Well, you took my arms.
I did.
I can't.
I did take your arms. You gonna throw up some like gang signs in the back?
I don't think I have any just somatic spells.
With his toes. You use your
You,
toes.
I mean, You could try to call on the well.
Is that the? What is the?
Yeah,
what
you
do
could
mean
just
the
call
well?
out to the fucking dragons.
Call out to the dragon shard.
Yeah, just they said
You
they
want
wanted the
me
driver's
to do
seat.
what you tell me. They can't stay in my way. They need to be moved.
Okay. Are you doing it?
Yeah.
You are. You're doing it.
I'm
Okay,
batshit
go for it.
crazy, bro.
Give me a D1000.
I'm insane. Not again. Oh boy.
Does this count as a magical or unusual attack that I can?
It does. It does, in fact.
I mean them detaining me.
Oh, no. Okay, you've got 254.
Turn them into like boneless meat sacks or something, you know, like just flesh slobs or something. I don't know. Teleport them to Ivan as a parrot, and then he'll be like, I'm a parrot. What? They won't even know.
If they get teleport to Ivan, we're up in a tree.
True.
Do you have a specified target, or is this an area of effect?
Whoever's touching me, I don't know.
Whoever's touching you. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is... All right. Whomever is touching you, you call forth to that wellspring that has been given to you courtesy of this dragon shard. And it ushers upon you.
Breathe deep.
Wrong one there. This one.
Breathe deep.
And when you channel this, the student body begins to sprawl out around you, and you feel the grip weaken of the man that's holding onto your arms. And it feels like that, briefly so, of someone significantly older. And there's this exasperated groan and sigh from behind you. His arms release from yours. You no longer feel the grip on yours, and he crumples into a heap. His clothes, the dregs of his armor remain. What looks to be the emerald claw icon on his chest dangles before it bounces off of the floor. And as the cloak falls, he seems to dust before you.
Jesus Christ! Is his buddy
to touch me?
What's that, Andrew?
I'm like, yeah. I mean, surely that's gonna. Can I try to use this as an opportunity to get unbound? Like,
sure. Yeah, give me an escape artist.
Okay.
The student body itself, they've moved in such a way it's the water here, man. They've parted as much as possible. That's fantastic. The men are stuck in a state of awe. It's sort of like watching a vampire see sunlight for the first time in a millennia. Their body ages rapidly, and it seems to decay into dust around you, filling the boots that linger at its own feet. And the man next to you, holding onto your arms, Anju, he begins to panic. You feel it loosen. The left arm at first, and then you use that momentum. With Escape Artist, you begin to run. What do you do here? I'm curious.
I mean, Anju has one option, and he's grabbing the bag and getting the fuck out. Like, he is hiding, he's getting out of there, he is escaping the situation entirely.
You know, the bag is about 20 or so feet behind you. As you have turned to look to Cain to see exactly what's happened, the face of the man before you seems to exhibit a variety of shifting colors over his face. You see a ribbon of red run up to the length of his eye, a black piece, it seems to strip down, almost creating like the stripe. His eyes warp between a series of colors of black, red, white, green, and blue, before finally settling. Cain looks wild. He looks feral. Something is using Cain. And you're not sure why or for what.
Cain, buddy, like, I know I said I was leaving, but I feel like I'm just gonna grab the bag if possible and then see where it goes.
Sure, you've broke free. You begin to run. The guard that was holding on to you, his focus is now on Cain.
He's in the avatar state.
Buddy, can you hear me?
He's not replying to his name for sure.
He's not.
That's not his name right now, I don't think.
Well, part of your action was to break free. Your second, you're speaking. I'm guessing that you're running still.
I'm talking and running.
You got it.
I mean, I got sprinter, if that helps.
Okay. Then you're sprinting to the bag. You call out to Cain, but he does not respond.
Okay. So I'm on my way to the bag, or do I?
You're on
am
your way
I
to the
at
bag. Yeah, you're on your way to the bag. Cain.
Mm-hmm.
My turn. I'm gonna give my guys a save here. Would you believe that they had some discussion that they had no idea that Ivan had a friend that could disintegrate them without even looking at them?
Same.
Who's Ivan? I've never heard of that guy. Obviously.
One of those clutching a sword drops the sword in panicked moment. Another one backs away. That was the one that was holding on to Anju. The one that had a sword to you, Cain. He's going to take an attack. What is your AC?
13.
That's going to hit.
Some light.
I only have 7 HP right now.
That's fine.
Light terrorist encounter. I swear this wasn't what I wanted. This is not why.
Dragon help right now. You might have 1,000 HP, dude.
Rakes the sword upward, making this long slash from like hip to shoulder. You seemingly feel nothing, but physically you take 3 points of slashing damage to your body.
Okay.
And instead of feeling pain, Cain, you only feel focus. It's your turn.
Okay.
What do you do?
Can't change my HP for some reason, but it should be at 3. It's like locked or something. Oh wait, I didn't have numlock on.
Really missing Sera.
I mean, do
right
I
now.
actually get to like pick what I'm gonna do, or
You can take a physical action. You can cast a spell. Yeah, of course. It's just going to be
use a
influenced.
spell slot?
It did not.
Okay. I'll try to cast Summon Monster.
Give me a D1000.
I don't understand why the wizard doesn't just like use his daggers, you know?
Daggers.
You seem
I
to
got
be
a
working
staff
pretty
I can
alright.
bonk things with.
So far, so good, honestly, yeah.
I don't think you understand some of the things I could roll. I could literally turn this to the darkest timeline where like hell opens up and like everyone just starts getting slaughtered and shit. Like,
Roll a D20 plus 10 for me.
Never gonna forgive myself.
hello.
Your hand moves up to try to cast Summon Monster, but instead of a monster arriving, you see the spectral, like, horizontal guillotine rise from your fingertips and launch from the tip of them, catching him at shoulder and removing his head from his neck. There is no damage roll. It's just a pure severance. There isn't even an immediate spout or a gloat of blood. It just removes his head, rolls and tumbles onward.
That's awesome.
Just fucking like cauterized, like just.
Top of the initiative. Anju. You glance back over your shoulder and you witness this arc, this flashing, almost lightning-like purple arc of something horizontal break through the man's shoulder and embed itself in the ceiling before fizzling and crackling into nothing. And then you hear the audible thud of the man's head falling from his shoulders to his feet. His body collapses.
Anju repeats, Jesus Christ. under his breath, or whatever in universe equivalent.
Joel Ra.
Yeah, Dol
Yeah, no. What's one of the names that I would have learned earlier?
Dolora, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm terrified at this point. Like I'm thanking so lucky for the blessing, but Cain is scaring the shit out of me right now.
Sure.
Maybe if you didn't drink my laudanum,
I sipped your laudanum, okay?
You grab the bag and you flee. You're running as fast as you can.
No.
Or not.
No. I grab the bag, and I think I'm having a conflicted moment. Everything in me is telling me to flee. But, Cain's here, and there's...
Give me I'd like a...
What are the innocent people around? This is a moral quandrum. My instincts are against my new developing morals right now.
Give me... I want a will save. I want to see if your preservation tactics kicks in.
Okay, will save. Remind me how to do that, I'm sorry.
Click
I
on,
got it right here.
on your will. I need a 12 or greater. 14. Something in you, that preservative nature, your primal instinct to run or die, it is screaming at you. It is producing enough hormone to adrenalize you to the point of bolting through a wall itself, but you fight the urge. And the old, addled, mentally shook man, even in your state of slightly opiumed, that's not Cain. That's not a smelly man who got punched by Ivan and cried. That's something else entirely. That is someone else entirely.
Her name is Karen.
Is there any... Are there hostiles left?
Yeah, there are two. One of which is practically shitting his pants.
As he should be. What is the scene here? What are the kids doing? Like are
it is a, you have to bear in mind this has been a lapse of 10 seconds. So when it starts to kick in, there's no recording devices here. It's drop and panic. They bolt in all directions to get as far away as possible. They have no idea what's going to happen.
Okay, well, I have precise shot.
Okay.
So, like, I'm not at risk of hitting anybody, right?
No, you're not.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
He's like, hell yeah, murder. Let's go.
I mean, at this point, like, I'm trying to end this as quickly as I can and get Cain out of there. Are there any visible differences between the two remaining hostiles? Like, is it there's two?
They're scared. They're scared. They're incredibly scared. They found a drunk cat and an old man who looked like he's not seen the light of day in 20 years, which is pretty accurate. They thought that this was an easy walk in the park.
Beat to shit. I had a swollen nose, a bloody eye that's like popped.
God, I'm torn because I'm like, do I have anything that can like pull him out of this?
More than that, you empathize because you're also a little scared.
Yeah. I wish I knew what holy water would do. I wish I knew if the laudanum would do anything. I don't know anything. Can I find anything
Okay,
out?
let me ask this
question.
question.
Would I know anything?
Would Anju pause? Would you hold? You've at this point you've reached the bag. You have drawn your bow and you've thought about taking a shot, and there's a pause because you're just not sure what to do here.
Yeah, I think he would take a beat because there's a moment where it's like, am I about to just like, I mean, they're a terrorist organization or whatever, but I'm about to just like fucking headshot a dude in the middle of a public place. That's not really my style.
Sure.
My style.
I think, you know what?
To take a beat or not?
I think I'm gonna roll another. Can I just do like a? Can I do like a 50-50 on whether or not I shoot? Because I feel like this is another thing where it's like, okay, self-preservation says don't incriminate yourself by fucking murdering, but it's like two of them are already fucking dead. I'm clearly with this guy. All right.
If you wanna make that roll, then go for it. You guys can roll whatever you'd like to.
I'm rolling a 50-50 on whether or not I hesitate, basically.
Okay.
Because I just don't know. Where is... Okay. Roll D20. I'm gonna say if I get... We'll just say the top half. If we get the top half...
Okay.
I take the shot.
Okay.
So what is that? Was that
so
11 and above?
to 20.
Wow. Not only do I take a beat, but apparently I shit my pants.
The pause is real. You're
like, I'm just in awe.
This is
like,
a lot less of a moral quandary for you. This means more than that. You were a thief. You've not made it to the ranks of murderer yet. You pause.
I'm thinking maybe you take the shot at Cain.
Combat is going to cease for a moment, but we don't leave the college. We do not leave Morgrave University. Instead, Sera, you have found your way through Morgrave University. And as you do so, you rise to the precipice, climb those floating stone steps, and you knock on the door. Domina doesn't immediately respond. Can I get a perception from you, Sera? You faintly hear a gasp come from within inside.
Like danger? Gasp?
Yes.
Like, okay. Well, if I hear danger, I am going to try to enter.
Sure. Sera, you enter abruptly. It's to another person they'd be upset, but you push through the door, and to some surprise, you'll find that she's there. No one else is, but she appears to be staring into a well. What looks to be the half drum of a globe, where you might particularly spin the earth to pinpoint a location. This, however, is like a divining bowl, but it's very, very large. Do you rush over?
Yes.
When you rush over, you are surprised to find that it is the equivalent of like a security system throughout Morgrave University. And there, in an overhead shot, this isometric view, as you're peering down in third person, you can see Anju isn't there. Those men that you saw are there. But Cain is. 2 of them are dead. One appears to have been decapitated. Another is just a pile of clothes. And as the 2 men back themselves to lockers, these metal lockers in the hallways, Cain raises his left hand and begins to do this crushing, this visible crushing, and the lockers behind him rip free from the wall and animate into a metal golem and drive themselves flatly into the next, turning the other into a pancake. The man next to him begins to cower, covering his eyes. There is no sound, but you can see the fear on his face. Anju begins to walk just into camera, and there's confusion. But Cain doesn't stop. His hands move down, and as they touch the man's head, his body shrinks. He goes from medium to small to diminutive, before you realize that his clothes, his sword, everything's moved down to the size of roughly an army man, 4 inches of human. Before Cain glances down to Anju, and you can see his face contorted with rage. His eyes are shifting, his brow is not only sinking in spots, but raising in others, and you see this series of dots pile up over his head. They look like draconic markings. And as Cain's face falls to the vision of that camera, you see him raise his right leg and stamp down, crushing that man.
Problem solved.
And
That's so fucking
out
At
of
metal.
this
character.
moment, Domina turns to you, and you see tears in her eyes, speaking just how important Cain was to her and just how far he's fallen as a man. And this is where we end tonight's session.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
My
my
bad.
god.
What the
Dude,
I'm
fuck?
so sorry. I thought I was just gonna be talking to fucking.
Dude.
I swear to God, I just thought I was
so
gonna.
awesome.
Oh my gosh. Oh, Domina does care.
Yeah, she does care.
That's
She
what
was
I-
all too happy earlier, but now she
Yeah.
sees it.
Oh. Oh Lord. Oh my gosh. That. Oh.
Look, I
Cain
try
is-
to tell him to fuck off. Okay? Like, I have an objective, and if there's not a straight line to it, we're just gonna have to make one. You know?
I think that was a flawlessly executed plan.
It's good to be back.
A to B.
It's good to be back.
I think we should have left the orb.
Let's go ahead and get our outros so that the players can finish their guffaws as to the events that just transpired. As now,
Jesus
Anju is an accessory to murder Cobalt. Well, sir, we can, let's start with you. CobaltStreak, what are you doing? Where can we find you?
Murderer of terrorists, savior of more graves. CobaltStreak.
Terrorists, according to whom?
To you, I believe. To Ivan. I'm CobaltStreak. I stream over on my Twitch channel and just 100% at Tiny Rogues. Did some POW World. Still doing some Isaac, and also been checking out Core Keeper, which has been really fun.
Oh, Core Keeper's a blast. I've got like 150 hours in that game.
Oh damn! Yeah, I'm like on the third boss.
Nice.
So apparently there's a lot more stuff to do.
Heaps.
But just playing roguelikes, indie games, and D&D on Mondays and Thursdays. So
nice.
We'll see you then.
Perfect.
Thanks
Sarah,
for having me.
let's talk about you for a minute. Where can we find MagiRPG? What you doing?
Yes, hello everybody. I am Tracy, also known as Miss Magitech, also known as MagiRPG. I do a lot of tabletop stuff in my free time. Though right now in the month of January, been on a bit of a hiatus, a pause, but January is over in like 2 days. So we're about to be in February and things are going to
Don't
start.
remind us that. That's
I know,
crazy.
I know. So we're about to be back in February and things will start getting busy, very busy again for me, where I'm going to be playing. I might have overbooked myself a little bit, I'm playing 4 nights a week. That's the anything more than that, I'm like, honestly 4 is a lot, but I don't recommend to other people to play 4 games, but I'm not doing anything else other than being cooped up inside, so it's fine. But yeah, that's me, and that's where you can find me.
Perfect. Scout, Maggie, tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
Hey, I'm MargaretKrohn. You can find me at MargaretKrohn in all of the places. I make games and video games for a living. I'm currently working on a project called Ashes of Creation, and you can find it at Ashes of Creation in all of the places. We are prepping some fun things on Roll For It as well, so that will be starting up soon. We are also on a little bit of a hiatus because I got married and then having a baby, so lots of exciting stuff.
Woo!
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's happening.
Perfect. Thank you so much. My sleepiest of mans here. Let's go. Ivan Freely, aka, well, tell us about you, boss. What are you doing? Where can we find you? I don't even know anymore without that underscore.
Right now, I'm doing jack fucking shit. I'm doing nothing. Taking my first week-long break in 7 years.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Just finished a 22-day subathon, but I'll be back at FrostPrime on every place you can find them and playing video games and shit. I don't know.
What a hero.
Enjoy your vacay.
Yeah, man.
Thank
Take advantage of it. Anju.
You earned that.
BenBriggs, talk to us.
Hi, I'm BenBriggs. Bub and I go way, way back.
True.
Always a pleasure to join all of these talented and very fun people. You can find me at benbriggs.net. I remix video game music for a living. I also run a company called Tiny Waves that does raves and dance parties and convention music, and singer-songwriter, and I stream on Twitch at benbriggslive. I do a lot of Zelda Link to the Past randomizer. And yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to get to 100K or 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is my newest goal. So lots of good music on my YouTube if you like that sort of thing. And yeah, I don't know. You can find me on my channel, BenBriggs Live.
Perfect.
Sorry for all the rogue bullshit.
No, don't apologize. You guys have.
No, it was hilarious.
You guys have effectively come from.
Sarah struggling to wrangle the two of you is
Yeah.
the funniest shit ever.
Yes,
I
it
never
is,
thought
actually.
Anju would say that he missed the Paladin, but here he is.
I know.
Seven-
My smiting.
7 to 8 weeks off. and
I
then
need God.
coming back to this. This was a hell of a game. That leaves me, guys. I'm Bub. You can find me here. You already know what I do.
Bub to bub.
I like to play pretend and make voices loud. I'm here on Monday nights now for the foreseeable future. This is what we'll be doing. Tuesdays, it's going to be relegated to Pod by Night, doing some recording there. Potentially some Alien on another channel. Wednesdays coming very soon. I will be playing with Tracy. I'm taking on my first role in 5th edition and portraying a very, very bizarre monster. I'm excited, thrilled, a little scared for it, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. There's just a lot of stuff everywhere, VTM and D&D, and that's kind of what I do. So if you like what I do, I don't know, find me. Let's talk about it.
I can't wait for VTM to come back. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Thanks, guys, for everything. Take care of yourselves. Do what you do. Stay safe, stay nerdy, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Sub to Bub.
Bye.